Yo. Back up in the building for another edition of the Harry's Drinking Again podcast. I'm your host, Harry Too Scary, aka Mr. Harris. And tonight, the 55th live Thursday night rant in a row. Yes. Haven't missed a beat yet. A year and 3 weeks, still going strong. And the man we got tonight, the return of DJ Steady of Who They Want Entertainment LLC. Yes, he's back with us. I believe his third or fourth appearance on the channel, but second official Thursday night rant. Well, actually third if you count the Pods Bash. That was on a Thursday, obviously Thanksgiving. And we got some shit for you tonight. Oh, we're going to get in the mix. Yep, we're talking about LeBron and the scoring record. Huh? Talking about Jay Prince. Talking salty on Qauvo. Some hip-hop news. Some black news. Some urban news. Some for the culture. Huh? Oh, and possibly I'm going to ask him if he's seen that new movie, You People. I just checked that out on Netflix, maybe talk about that or something. Eddie Murphy back in the building. But anyway, that's what's on the agenda tonight. Brother Ray will possibly be making a late entrance tonight. But for now, me and DJ Steady, the Stadmeister, are going to go live and rock it out. Also, there was one other thing. We're going to bring it up in the ladder. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. Thank you. We had some action in the live chat last week. That was dope. Shout out to Chaley. Hopefully you're back up in the building at some point, drunk as well. And Source Jedi, man, where you at, brother? We miss you, man, over here at the Harris Drink It Again. So it'd be cool to see your face, man. But without further ado, we gonna get into it, baby, for the 55th week. I already gave him his pretty much introduction, damn it. All you need to do is type in Who They Want right there on YouTube, on all platforms. Type it in Google everywhere. Man's gonna come up. He's got like 4 or 5, 6, 7 shows within the damn show itself. Talking about he's a Suge Knight of podcasts. He got the label underneath the label, and he just putting in work. So without further ado, let's bring him to the damn stage. DJ Steady.
Hey, what up? The podcast king is live in full effect. I am the DJ Khaled of podcast. Why? Because Who They Want did. You already know. I'm out here.
Steady in the place to be. Thursday night, I don't want to flow for free, and I'm not, but I might later in the show. It's like riding a bike. The flows never fall off. Even if I do, I lick the salt off. A damn margarita or a senorita, I'll be right here typing with my dick beaters.
Because Harris is drinking again, and I'm thinking again of how to make my next move. Because I just go with the groove. Because I'm so who they want. I do everything that they don't. Come on, you can't stop on the mic.
Yes. Oh, and tonight is sponsored by Stoli's, man. I'm still polishing off the Stoliciana. You know what I mean?
Tony, shout out to y'all. Big ups.
I wanted to make it on the show, but I'm over here drinking a White Russian.
Dope.
And an unstirred White Russian. We just gonna drink it out. His vodka's on the top, and we end with the coffee. But yeah, we sipping White Russian tonight. Shout out to Stoliciana. Yes. So, I want to say both of our platforms are growing, man, leaps and bounds. I was talking to Beeline today. Shout out to Brian Beeline.
Absolutely.
And because I want to get him back on as well. And now, we formed this bond, this podcast coalition, if you will. And so I'm like, man, since the first time you came on and and we've been on your platform. I was looking at your subscribers and numbers and the things that you got going on, and it's like everyone's growing right now, leaps and bounds. And I got a few more subscribers over here as well. So for the people that maybe are new and tuning in and just picking up, just give a quick rundown, because I feel like you're my brother at this point, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Just do a quick rundown for any newbies that we do have in the house, and then I'll possibly go into the. We can jump right into LeBron, or if you wanted to maybe talk about the unhappy hour. Just
Man, we can do so much at this pivotal moment, right? So again, shout out to all the new subscribers of both brands, whether you're Harris is Drinking again fan, or whether you're Who They Want fan. We appreciate the love, the humbleness, the shout outs, the subscribes, all those things. Again, like this unhappy hour is a joint collabo that me and my brother will be doing. Like he's saying, we building this whole like coalition of dope content artists from all walks of life. It's been building that bridge. Like it's its own fraternity in itself of podcast creators. And we talked about shouting out Brian Beeline, which is a really dope friend of ours as well. But I'm also doing a podcast, right? I'm a step above the norm. Like I have to outdo myself. It's my competition. It's like I look in that mirror and go, oh. So with podcast soap opera, I'm like, it's the art of storytelling, but actually being the character in the story and not just a narrator of a story.
Right. Yeah. And I don't even know much about, so you're doing basically a skit. It's just what it sounds like, a pod soap opera. You're going to give people different characters to play, and it's almost like a live performance.
Yeah, man, we got a storyline. We got shout out to Allie Samuel. She's a really phenomenal writer for this project, and our executive producer is Mistress Dazzy. One of our main characters is Brian Beeline. He'll be playing a character in the story. And we got a couple of our friends, Jason Craig from Bring the Popcorns involved. You got Denise, a friend of mine, and Itana from Gather Your Words podcast. It's just that podcast link up of dope creators coming together and about to drop a really dope thing in the Garden by the Bayou coming soon.
I want to, if you have a part, I want to play an old wino or an old drunko. Or an old,
okay, you want that role? I can fit you in for that, for real.
Yeah, I want to play. I'll go invest. I'll get a little, wig or something. Rough myself up. I'm gonna play me an old, old drunk motherfucker, Harry the Drunk or some shit.
Right. Okay. That'll definitely be a shoe in. I talked to my producers, you feel me? And I'll definitely pick up on that project.
Yeah, just a couple lines, nothing major, even
I welcome it, man. That's the beauty of having fun with your brand, where you can tell a story about what you're trying. People like you volunteer to be added to the tapestry is phenomenal for me. But moving forward, we're gonna do this, unhappy hour. It's like us really talking about what the people want to hear. Whether we sipping on, a nice good drink, or you sipping on some regular water, or you just want to sit here and feel like you're sipping on something. Like the unhappy hour is about to be that moment where you just want to chill out and just. You remember how the radio back in the day, before all this censorship and stuff came out, and you can really go in depth on topics without judgment? That's what we're gonna do with Unhappy Hour.
I think that's dope, and I didn't get the logo popped up, but just as long as we kind of talk about it, get it out there, and I think it's gonna be interesting because when I started this a year ago, I didn't honestly know what the fuck I was doing. I really don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just going with the flow, and I think that's the beauty of it. But I'm starting to see little by little, week by week, and talking with people behind the scenes and following all these people and coming in contact. I'm like, damn, you could do this with this platform. I could do this with this platform. Like a spinoff show wasn't even in my thought the first 6 months. I mean, and we've tried a couple of things on here other than Thursday night show. We do off the cuff shows. That's any other night. That's not a Thursday. And then I got this concept called Brother to Brother. Actually, You'd be really good for that one too. Similar, same, but brother to brother was a brother to brother, right? So it's like this mix, and it was going to originally be done between me and my half brother, and we're mixed.
Okay.
So we wanted to bring that, and it's funny because he's darker than me, but he's like kind of white in the inside.
That makes sense.
He used to be man, straight with it back in the day. He was that, and then he got of age and he turned the corner, and now he's this.
Get your brother back, man. Like that scene in Undercover Brother when he was, undercover as the white dude. He's like, put hot sauce on the sandwich instead of mayo.
Yeah, man, he be talking bad too, man. I'll be like, brother, you can do all that bullshit in the eyes of the law and you a nigga, bro. You a nigga, dog. Like
at the end of the day, you can't pull an Uncle Ruckus on us.
But like, shout out to him, man, wherever he is, man, in the world. Last time I checked, though, he's happy. That's all. That's all I could wish for him. But yeah, so the concepts are crazy, and the fact that you're doing all these spin-off shows and man, different ideas. It's really beautiful thing. Really beautiful. Yeah. The branding. Because a lot of us, especially we live in the day and age where we're entrepreneurs, where everybody wants to do their own thing. Everybody has a podcast. Everyone's like, but the consistency of it, the longevity, and then when you come up with one brand or something like that, and then you offshoot it now to a whole label, and there's like a sense of belief that other people have in you, like. Because they see your initial success, right? Do you think that's how it started for you? Like how you be able to? Because recently I seen I was on your Who They Want channel, and you have something like that, right? A black and white show.
Yeah, shout out to my man, Aaron Peeve and my man Velly Vell. You know what I'm saying? They're part of the family now with the B&W show, which will be every other Saturdays on the Who They Want Entertainment LLC network. And I like it because technically, if you really understand it, they're really more of a sports type of podcast, but then they bring in real world effects around it, and then go through different segments. But they're really dope, incredible guys, and I love them. I welcome anybody that wants to be part of my network. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all about you believe in your dream and then telling that dream to somebody that could say, okay, what if I can make that happen for you and put that on, a screen for you? And it was like, for real, you can bring us back? Because it's not about I want to technically be, how that technically be old school, I guess you'd say, like when you were dealing with A&Rs back in the days and you deal with the wrong people that screwed you over on the contract. I'm not that type of guy. I'm like that guy that just want to give you an extra green light. Like, yeah, it's cool that, you're on YouTube and you can get on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but what if you can get on Samsung and, all these other places like Amazon and so forth and so forth. Like I can give you international success along with what you already have on a worldwide, your state success.
Okay. Yeah, so that's interesting. You found, and that comes through your initial, because when you initially started, right, you were on the Facebook and everything. Like, what was your kind of initial outreach as far as like this is obtainable? Like, oh, I know how to do, step by step, right? You're figuring out how to go live and you're getting your equipment. When did that whole other branding come in? Like 1 year in or year and a half?
It was the 1 year in mark. It was the 1 year mark of I want more. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between the basic ground floor, which is family support and your close friend support, and then the next shelf above that is the subscriber support and the following. And then I go, okay, got that. So what do you want now? I want a fellowship. I want to do the impossible and bring together, people that look at people like Joe Rogan show or Joe Budden show or even Noriega, because those are technically the front runners of mainstream podcasting. And I want to be like, what if I became the front runner of independent podcasting? And it's not to stop anybody else that does their thing as an independent, but I just want to be like, people kind of laugh it off. You tell them, hey, I want to be a podcaster because I like to go grocery shopping, and maybe I want to do a show week to week about how you can find the best deals on grocery shopping or something like that. And I'll be like, okay, I want that on my network. You don't think that's lame? Bruh, anything we do can be a podcast.
Right. I was talking to my co-host the other day because I was like, I be getting on him about eating on the show, and I was like, bro, this ain't a mukbang or ASMR channel, okay? And but one of the people in the chat, I think they were like, yeah, or whatever. And I was like, well, a couple people would like that, but we got to create another lane for that,
There you go, right? And it's all about implementing structures. Like, this is Harris is drinking again, so that means I'm here, I'm pulled up, I'm talking to my audience, I got some mellow music in the background. We have some phenomenal guests, and we're going to have some, genuine conversation. So what comes up, comes out. And when you start, doing offset type of stuff, no point intended, it's just like, bruh, that wasn't called for in that moment.
Yeah. And thanks for getting Offset's name in there, because I have a tendency to stray away from the initial topics. I know, we're going to get up in there. Transitioning into that, or out of that. Was that a good introduction, motherfuckers? Yeah. So yeah, DJ Steady, who they want. Type him in, look him up. The man's a damn podcast extraordinaire, entrepreneur. All right, if you don't know, then you don't know.
Now you know. You feel me?
Yes. So the other night, what was it? Tuesday night?
February 7th, right?
February 7th, long after he buried a historic 14-foot fadeaway jumper that put him alone atop the NBA's all-time scoring list, and celebrated by raising his arms high toward the ceiling of Crypto Arena. LeBron King James got to relive his immortal moment through his son's eyes. Whatever that means. I think they fucked that up. Got to relive his immortal moment through his son's eyes. Yeah. But anyway, did you watch the game? Was that something that was a big, like a must watch for you, watching this man who came into the league 20 years ago?
Or to be 1,000 about it, I really stopped being on a live action watch period for sports just because of the politics that got involved with it. But I wouldn't let it take away from the accolade, because again, I'm on social media, or I get the alerts of this happening.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of his accomplishment, because let's just be honest, he changed his number back to the Miami Heat at number 6, and he done cleaned up again. Like he feeling like that season of LeBron again, But because of the way we put these crab in the barrel mentalities on people, even though he's done this record-breaking accomplishment by breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record of 38,387 points, there's still that talk of saying he's still no Michael Jordan, right?
Still. Yes. And I got it up there on the screen. All-time NBA scoring record. And of course, I'm biased, bro. Jordan is the GOAT, will forever be the GOAT. And it goes so much beyond the stats. It's what Jordan is, for me, it's like naming the top 5 rapper or top 5 basketball player. I feel Jordan is God status, so I don't even need to mention him. I feel like Tupac's God status, he's already up there. So my top 5 doesn't consist of Tupac. But he's got status. To me, he's everyone's rapper.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, and what he's done for the game, and that time period, he's so cemented in. Even though we live in this technological media era where LeBron might be, I can't even say bigger. I think Jordan's still probably the most famous man walking around. R.I.P. Michael Jackson.
You feel me? But at this point, it goes, give respect where respect's due.
Yeah.
because we're the only people that have to put these stumbling blocks upon our path choices. We're the only, when I say it, I mean we're the only minority group of people that's just gonna go, yeah, you're cool, but you're 38 years old. How much more do you got it in you? You know what I'm saying? Like Vince Carter was in his 40 plus and probably still is balling. I haven't kept up with it, but he's still out there doing his thing. So I guess that goes into the topic of discussion of why are we putting these caps, like you just said, as far as music go. We're going to submit Tupac there. We're going to submit Biggie Smalls up there, right? Like you're not going to take them off their pedestal. But then you look at my favorite artist is Lil Wayne, and I would take him off my pedestal because of the groundbreaking work he's done for the culture, what he's done for hip hop, and he's recently just got an award for his contributions to hip hop. But again, it goes that saying, he's cool and all, but he's still no Tupac, or he wouldn't be as big if Tupac was still here. Now, fast forwarding back forward to the conversation about sports, LeBron is a phenomenal, incredible guy, and he does work outside of basketball. That makes me respect him more, as opposed to Jordan just sit back putting out these shoes and that's it.
And people dying, getting murdered in the streets over.
You know what I'm saying?
His tennis shoes.
Fashion killer, like
Jordan gets
fashion killer, like.
He gets a lot of flack for not doing enough humanitarian work. Although I know he does a lot behind the scenes. Maybe he's one of those cats that
it might be privately. We don't know, but we just go by what society puts in front of our face, and that's the way we're gonna label things. LeBron is put people through college, but so is Shaq. But then we disown Shaq because Shaq gave you his shoes in affordable stores.
Yeah. I was embarrassed, man, to rock Shaq shoes. I remember my mom bought me some Shaq shoes from, was it Walmart or Kmart back in the day?
See what I'm saying? Exactly. He put them in those stores and we go, man, we bombs because we got it from these rinky-dink places at that time period.
It's fucked up now being a father. I'm pushing my kid to like, bro, you don't need just Jordans. Like, rock this, rock that.
Rock your Spider-Man, rock your LA gear, rock, crazy.
The lights. Gotta rock the light up shoes. It's amazing seeing LeBron. Damn, man. So I know I'm getting up there because I would have been 14 going on 15. I specifically remember watching because back in the day, all his games were televised on St. Vincent, St. Mary's, and we're around that same generation. So you remember the whole Napster, BearShare, Kazaa,
that era, exactly. From that
LimeWire, yeah. I remember we would be in school in like computer class, and this was right around just after the N1 mixtape period. Man, that was the greatest fucking time in my life. It was such a kids. You will not know what it was like during the N1 mixtape, and you're out there trying to hit the ball in your t-shirt and ball, But we would download these clips. There was all these clips leaking. Obviously long before any of these platforms were here, but we'd download these amazing dunks, and these people would put together these highlight reels.
We did.
16, 17-year-old kid. And we're just like, whoa, LeBron James, oh my gosh, this kid is just amazing. So I remember watching his very first rookie game when he scored 25 points against the Sacramento Kings. He had like 25 and 7 and some shit. And it was the biggest hype, ever. Because before that, ESPN was highlighting his high school games. And
the kid from Akron was dominating. They made a documentary about this guy. You know what I'm saying? He had I may not mean nothing, y'all. Like, I want this forever. Like, he had hip-hop support.
Yeah. Even back then, right? Jay-Z's a blessing years ago, right? This was 03, so this was the get rich die trying. 50 was just starting to pop. 03 was a good year, man. 03 was
Kobe, cool. LeBron. You had Jeezy and Gucci, putting this man in rap beef.
Yeah, man. And so I kind of feel, I guess, how our parents must have felt watching a Michael, when they were in college, seeing this 19-year-old Michael, 22, and then seeing all his championships. Like we got to witness this man go to 9 straight finals. Was it 9 straight
Seriously.
finals? That's fucking.
Huh? Did you go on overload mode? Did we lose you?
We're back. We got a live lag. But I was saying, like, even in 2K, you can't really get to 9 finals straight. You got to set all the codes up, all the stats up way high, and you got to cheat. So
basically, that's totally you're gonna get it right.
Yeah. So to be 15 and now 35 and rock with him his whole career, to witness him do that was just fucking epic, man.
But I like what you just did with that line of separation there, though, right? You gave it the proper error insert instead of the go. You'll never be. Like, you didn't put him on that playing field. You said watching him was like watching the era that our parents had at that moment with MJ. For us, the King James era was our MJ era.
Yeah.
And then, the next era, it might be his sons, might be like that era going,
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that's what we got to witness. And we're still in the moment, so we don't even really appreciate it. But in a couple years, when LeBron retires and transitions into the media mogul and what's that word? Philanthropy.
Philanthropist and all that, right?
Philanthropist. It's even going to be more special because that's what Kobe was doing too before his untimely demise. R.I.P.
See, but they ain't ready for those conversations, right? You just think the helicopter crash is on accident. Whoops, Kobe's gone. Yeah. We do this on the Unhappy Hour. We're all about unveiling conspiracy theories. Everybody know he was going to war with a pharmaceutical company over the Black Mamba's namesake, and it was getting ugly.
Yeah, we weren't. This is 3 years ago, but this is interesting to transition off into this. Did you see? It was coming out, the cartoon. It was a Nike commercial of a helicopter exploding years before Kobe's death, and it actually has it's a fucking Nike commercial, and it's the helicopter exploded, and he's like crawling out of the helicopter to grab his championship ring or some shit. Have you seen that?
Nah, bro.
Okay, we might have to fuck up because this shit. Because the Simpsons always be predicted everything. This was one of those moments where, let me see if I can find this. They didn't even take it. We might have to go to Reddit for this one. Kobe Bryant helicopter cartoon. Here we go. Oh man, and I don't think they're gonna let me play. Okay, check this out. It's already right here. Okay, we're not going to play. Check this out. 2017. I love this. All right, guys, we're getting into the nitty gritty. Shout out to the live chat. We got 4 people up in the building. Thank you guys for
shout out. We appreciate the love and support.
Brother Ray G, I see you, brother. What's good, fam? Yes, sir. We'll get you on here in a little bit, and we're getting ready to. I'm going to show this cartoon. I love this because I'm all about television programming, right? And telling a vision through programming. That's what television really is.
Give them with the wordplay. Give them to.
They telling you a vision or telling lies through their vision. Ooh, bars. That's what television is.
Fact.
And the programming and the whole thing, and it's interesting. And I'm reading this book right now called The Color of Law.
Okay.
Talked about it last week on the show. It's written by a white man, and he does hella research to literally prove how America's foundation was completely racist. Like he goes into puts all the stats and everything, how there's a thing called de jure. Uh, fucking what's the word? Segregation or de jure segregation, or I forget the word. And there's another one, but it's to where like he talks about how all the housing crisis and all the like from the infancy of America, the laws were put in place to not let blacks get mortgages and loans and
Absolutely, they put them in that place, so they had legal documentation for you to put up more of a fuss and a fight in the streets. Of course.
yeah, he goes in, man. And it's really dope. But I'm gonna be talking about it a little more on the show. Because I just like stuff like that, you know. People think all this stuff is crazy and hearsay, but it's not. All right, so we got the screen pulled up, I believe. Let's zoom in. There's no sound. It's only what is it?
Yeah, we're good. We need to be able to get a visualization of this prediction.
All right, so check this out. Okay, go back again. Kobe Bryant, 2017 crash. Comedy Central. Maybe it wasn't a Nike commercial, but Comedy Central. He's crashing, but it's what they're saying. I wish I could play the audio. And then this guy, he tweets this November 13th, 2012. How does this dude know that back then?
Right, and notice how the helicopter is actually purple and yellow, representing the whole Lakers color scheme.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck that. Let me see if we can get this because it's what this dude's saying too. Let me see. I don't even know. YouTube's been hating on the actual. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
All right.
Won't pull you. Oh shit! It's Kobe Bryant.
Help me.
Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out.
Pass. These were Shaq's anyway.
Now, what gets me to notice that there was 2 rings. He had 5, right?
Right.
And yeah, the 3 were Shaq's, but it's him and his daughter that ended up dying. I just thought the whole let's take
significance of that.
Yeah, let's take 2 and you know this is eerie. It's just fucking eerie.
Oh shit!
And it's 2 trophies, so we noticing that too.
Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out.
Pass.
Yeah. So anyway, there's that. I mean, there's that right there. Sorry, we're going off on a tangent over here, but that's what we do on the motherfucking Thursday night rant.
You know, sponsored by the Unhappy Hour.
Yeah, and there was a couple other subliminal, things out there. The thing that strikes me is LeBron is such the perfect image, and this is a dope thing though. He's yet to have any. They tried to clown him with Delonte West banging his mom supposedly. He does have some steroid HGH allegations on him, but no one's ever proved that, so it's just hearsay. There's a couple little things, but like when you think of a successful black man in America, even Michael Jordan, the gambling allegations, the sacrificing his father, his excessive cigar habit, women, different things that they try to get him with. But LeBron so far is like pristine. He's been with his high school sweetheart. She's very beautiful. She was at the game. His 2 sons. He's like he's an all-American, very good brother. And he doesn't. But I think that's a lot, obviously, to do with his team. But he's almost too PC. Like he tried a couple times to get Buck on his Twitter and stuff, but he's so up
dumbed
there.
It back down, right?
Yeah, they get to him, and it's like he kind of backs out, and it pissed me off that more players didn't have Kyrie's back, and also that. So another YouTuber brought this up, but they were talking about the Shaquille Robinson You know, that story was just horrible. The young black woman that got beat by her friends and killed in Mexico. And it's like not one NBA player. Everyone's over here tweeting bullshit about this or this or this, but not one NBA player, at least that the mainstream picked up on, took it into their hands and said, "We need justice for her family." Like that story was just very odd.
We're
to me.
selective, bro. We're selective in the way we want to pick up the picket signs and go to marching and go to war situations. You know what I'm saying? I said we weren't going to get into it, but again, you know, now we got to bring it up. Like, you know, the whole Tyree Nichols situation, and
Harry's drinking again.
you know how my thoughts and prayers go out to his mom and the rest of his family. But now I'm just finding out that one of the officers involved actually targeted this man. Like, this was like a planned execution.
Yeah, I'm hearing that. I'm just hearing rumor mills. I'm kind of a wussy guy these days, bro. I just like I don't want to watch videos like that. I just can't. I didn't watch it. The last horrific thing I watched was I seen the fucking PNB twitching in the blood.
Right, we did touch on that, and he was like, "That bothered you to hear."
That shit fucked me up. And then, so I think that's the last one I caught. And then whatever other rapper, take off.
I think right, we covered that, but that one wasn't kind of really. You didn't really get a clear. I guess if you pan the angles, you can probably see it close, but it happened so quick.
Just through the screenshots that I've seen, like there was one guy, you know, scrolling on my feed, and I seen the screenshot of him. Like, I guess I don't know if he was getting beat at the time or tased or whatever, but I was like, "Oh fuck!" I just scrolled up because it was like it's weird, scary fucking.
Right.
I was like, I could just imagine the video, and I recently got a Reddit. Right, I recently made a Twitter and a Reddit. Go follow me up on Twitter at Haida Podcast. Plug, but I checked up on Reddit too because I didn't really know what Reddit was about. I remember I've Googled stuff and Google led me to Reddit.
Yeah, same with me.
I didn't know the whole make an account and you could actually post any. That shit is the dark web of the main web. Because I'm over there, and then I start finding out I could just Google creepy shit like upskirt or fucking public pussy, and there's like motherfuckers like posting videos, cameras on their fucking shoe, fucking crazy shit. There's like so many videos. Then I started looking at cartel videos on Reddit, and I fucked up. I watched one of them, and I was like, I was like 8 seconds in, and I just seen the chainsaw, and it started, and I was like, oh,
Scarface, right.
So yeah, I my spirit can't stomach that, but I did hear something that the Tyree guy, he might have been banging one of the officers' wives, or is that?
That's the allegation that's being put out. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's to me playing stir crazy, kind of believe that, like, you know, his ex-wife, but also his baby mama, you know, was messing around with Tyree because he was a FedEx worker, and the officer dude was jealous. Like, he planned this execution. Like, I don't need my son coming to me bragging about you type of thing. But let me put this in my own hands and, you know, handle that. I'm just saying, that's my thoughts on it.
Wow. I'm really trying to put myself in the perspective of. Okay, let's get into that. Let's get into that one real quick. I've only been in one so serious relationship, and I'm in it now. It's with my son's mother. We took a little short break. We're back. Boom. But outside of that, I've never, really found myself whatever. But being in this and sharing a child with somebody and a home and all this stuff, man, I tell her one thing. I say, I talk that crazy shit, but I'm half white, so I got that shit in me. I'll fucking Chris Benoit the whole goddamn family, bitch. If you fuck around, don't fucking push me because, I think about that shit sometimes, and I always tell her, I say, because I don't know how much my spirit can take. I know I'm a strong man, but then the other side kicks in. Like, man, I wish I walk in and see a dude banging my wife. Like, it would, how would you process that? And so, as a man, you think of the worst scenario and how truly heated you would be. But anyway, I always say, look, bitch, if you go cheat, do it like a lady, and I'll do it like a gentleman. Cheat outside the home. Like, we share this thing together. Let's at least share one thing together. If you want to go suck off a coworker, give a hand job in the car, do that slutty shit. I don't give a fuck. But like, and even for myself, like, I would never. I value the home. I would never bring another woman up in my crib like that. Disrespect. This is where my kids are. This is our sanctuary, at the very least. So that alone, the fact that I even set that tone, that precedent, to be like, well, you go do your thing. I'm not supposed to know anyway.
Right.
Do it right. Number one. Number two, at least have that respect and decency not to bring a fucker around here. I swear to God. Like, because and for me, it becomes not even the fact that, oh, he's fucking my wife. It's like, bro, it's the other disrespect that it's in your home, it's in your bed where your kids come and jump in with you, and it's like it's the most intimate thing.
Because we get that elephant mindset, right?
Yeah.
Like just like I was bringing up, I think in a comedy conversation, I know we talked about that lady that got killed by the elephant a while back, and I'm like, that lady had to really scar that elephant or whatever for that elephant to come to your funeral and steal all. So when you're talking about that circumstances, like, bruh, even if you break it to our said holy ground, it's like that memory is never gonna leave my mind. Like I'm still gonna get furious, and it might be 10 years old, but we still in the same house, and I'd be like, I still see you.
I couldn't, because I'm for real kind of, I say it jokingly, but like I'm like that, like schizo kind of dude. Like I really be paranoid. I really I think about shit to the umpth degree. Like I'm really like, okay, I'm always thinking worst case scenario. I'm kind of on that cynical, pessimistic side. I try to be positive too, but I'm always planning for the worst, and that's just something I couldn't handle, bro. Now, saying would I kill a motherfucker? Now, there's different levels to this shit. Obviously, they got laws for this shit. Crime of passion. I joke around with my baby mom. I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna be one of them crime of passion motherfuckers. I catch you some shit because, whatever. But to the level of like, you already have the power. You already have the resources to take this out. So I'm interested, like, if it was that, how premeditated, is this like a year? Was this like a recent thing? Did he just find out, go to work the next day? And how premeditated, how sick was this whole thing? Was he conjuring this up with his buddies? Did he talk about it with the police buddy at the bar back in July? And his buddies thought he was joking, and he's like, nah, this dude. And like, how intricate was the plot? That's the sinister thing in my mindset. Because I get, man, crime and passion of a man. That's why I will never, like, ladies, please don't fuck around. Your pussy can lead them up, and it has many times. I mean, your pussy can lead to the pen or the graveyard. Like, motherfuckers die over that
plain
shit.
And simple. Plain and simple.
If you're married, let a motherfucker know. Let a motherfucker know. And then let us make that stupid ass choice if I want to play with another man's treasure. Because I don't know. I would when I was younger, but these days, I ain't fucking with you. Because I know from my own experience, even though I'm not married per se, I feel like I'm married, might as well be. And it's like a lot of cats don't play about that shit. Especially when you're building something. And you're a homeowner too. It's not like a motherfucker maybe living in an apartment. Like, bro, this is your home. You worked years to attain this, and you don't know if you sleeping on the couch one night without a pillow, and you roll over and you get a whiff of balls or booty, and you don't know if it's yours or the other dude's, because he was smacking your old lady's cheeks on the end of the couch. So that'd piss me off. I don't know. I don't know if I can
Right,
handle
because then I've been listening to like Kevin Gates' thoughts on relationships and his open door policy thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't. If you ask me, I'm not gonna lie to you because like he said, a woman's intuition, she already know. So when she asks you, ain't no sense of being like, nah, baby, I just was out with Harris drinking tonight. Just tell her, nah, baby, I went and hung out with so and so. We, had a few drinks. I smashed her. I came home. I'm gonna take the shower. Take how you want to take.
now, see, I can get down with that too, but see, there's levels to it. Like for me, you would have to. Let's play another scenario. I travel to Florida. I'm moving to Florida, right? Near right down the street. So we're like, oh, cool. We're gonna be friends, business partners, hang out, and say, oh man, I got this really sweet lady that I know. This chick, whatever. She's nice. I want to hook you up. Whether we go out for a damn Starbucks, just a meet and greet, hang out. I'm new to the town. I gotta know. I'm the kind of guy like, and that's why I go in sometimes. I go in deep early. Sometimes I say crazy shit in the first meet or a date because if I say something too crazy, okay, I already know where the boundaries are. But I can go into a open relationship if it's discussed like off the rip. That way, my feelings aren't too involved because that's what it is.
I'm already aware, right? I know exactly how much of me I'm about to invest in this.
Yeah. Like we can share ourselves physically, but it's when you start developing that. Well, I've been giving you money, and you met my mama, and we went on vacation, and like I'll let you stay at my place, and you gave me money to bail me out, and all this. Now we become invested, and then the conversation. Well, I'm bored. I want to invite another girl. I want to invite another guy. It's that's one thing how I know getting older too is I'm just starting to change, bro. Because with my woman, my son's mother, I wouldn't want to be with another woman with her because I'm starting to understand. First of all, I don't want nobody to have some crazy dirt on your mom's 20 years from now, even if it's a bitch. And I remember years ago, even when we first met, like we talked about, like, yeah, it'd be cool if we get two girls. But I'm starting to just understand there's a something special about saving yourself. And then I wouldn't want her to feel because naturally that wouldn't be her MO. So she would be eating some girl's pussy reluctantly on behalf of my sinister ass. And then the whole energy, the whole dynamic would just be thrown off. So like I wouldn't even want to put her in that situation. Now, of course, I would just have a threesome with any other random women, in another scenario. But you know what I'm saying? Like your actual woman. So my thoughts on that stuff are actually changing too. It's crazy.
And it's crazy how the spectrum just flip flop, right? How you went. Because it's easy to do that. And I say, the college years and the chapter 20 years. But once you get like in the 30s and you start really, really just like, yeah, that was cool, because you was in the moment. It was a trending thing. It was, listening to your favorite song, and that's all they glorified, and you utilize that. But let's be honest, how many of us are really built for that? Are you doing it because it's trendy? Are you really doing it because this is your discovering what you're really into? Like, what is the viewer's thoughts on that? What are our thoughts on that?
Yeah, and if there's anybody, got 5 people up in the building, drop something in the chat. Thank you for listening. Hit the like, subscribe. Me and DJ Steady putting in work. Also, subscribe to this man's channel, man. Who They Want. Type in Who They Want podcast.
I appreciate it. You feel me?
It's Who They Want Wednesdays.
Yeah, we're coming back next week. All new episodes. I ain't left y'all astray. Just had to handle some legal parameter business. I guess I'll say it like that.
Yeah. So yeah, interesting. I don't know how we segued off of LeBron to that, but we got there. but we got there. And we rocking out. That's what we do on a Thursday night rant, aka therapy night rant. This is my therapy, man. I come over here, I drink, man. I talk about my feelings and my mind and shit.
Got to, man. We got to. I think it's more pivotal now for us to do it, just based on the fact that we've been so hush hush, or we're programmed to not be vulnerable.
Yeah.
So now we got these outlets to do it without going and using our insurance money and talking to, I guess I'll say it like this, like another random stranger. They get paid to listen to us sob and weep and talk about stuff, just to be like, how does that make you? You know what I'm saying? The end result question is going to be like, well, how does that make you feel? Have you talked to the person directly? And then you're going to go, nah, that's what I'm paying you for. Just to get basically a third opinion before I go home and be like, honey, we need to talk. Bro, I need to work this out.
Yeah. I feel like that's a like doing these shows and this network, we're kind of breaking down those barriers on our own. You know, like the whole be the world, you want to be the change you want to see in the world. Well, we're doing that with the podcast. Like we're just going about our own metaphors, our own flow. Ain't nobody telling you what time to go on and who to have. It's like we're
none of that.
All this is being formulated out of our complete imagination. And for me, that's special, man. How much stuff have you in your personal experience in your years doing this? What, or if anything, have you manifested out of speaking, like on the mic? Like just simply, have you said some stuff and it's like that shit just appeared, whether it's a year later or anything with this podcast?
Absolutely. It's been a lot of guests that I've had, you know, having Father MC or Leland Sklar, just, you know, just a few people like that. When my other computer went on the fridge and how bad I just needed a computer, and bam, you know, one of my dearest friends, here you go get your new laptop. And I was like, wait, you know? You know, so it's been all even more now, setting up new content ideas, and before I can get it out, my team was already telling me like, "Oh yeah, Dad, we was about to tell you the same thing that you was about to present." Like, okay, well, y'all just killed like the third of conversation by agreeing that we need to create content, right? We got guests and not have guests.
Yeah, that. I'm finding that, man. It's like a sense of power with this stuff, and this power in the words. And then I'm a writer, so I'm always taking notes. And me and my brother Ray, going back to the brother to brother, I read this thing a few weeks ago, and I wrote this thing in 2014, and it was my original concept of doing a podcast. It's the only thing I have from that era, 9 years ago, and I was like talking about the topics. There's a whole page of stuff I wanted to do, and then I came across it and I was like, holy shit. And some of those exact topics were already talked about on Harris's Drinking Again, but I thought the original concept came into fruition like 2017 at the earliest, 2019. And I was like, wow, I had this thought 9 years ago, and I was even bringing up companies that are kind of around. Like it was just weird. I used terminology that was for 2014, but here I am 9 years later, and I was like, whoa. So whether or not I read that every day, it's like the fact I put that on paper, and then now I'm still on this same journey, and week after week, speaking and talking about shit, throwing it out there. That's why I'm more careful with my words too. And you know one thing, I thought I would be more reckless on the mic, but sometimes I think I'm even too respectful. You know, I've even had some guests and everything that, you know, I was calling.
been down that department, but because I love what I do, I've learned to maneuver through it, and You know, you take yourself out of the personal in the now and go, my listeners are going to love this opportunity. So you have to get that second win, regardless of how you personally feeling. You'll be like, as boring as this conversation is, I know for a fact that my man Kyle is going to ask an interesting question, or the Duchess is going to throw something on the playing field that, even though for me I may be kind of out of grips with it, but then after I realize they didn't change the energy, then I can come back and be like, okay, now I have now I got an opening to make it as less irritating than it was from the opening. We went from 45, me closing out at 45 to closing out at 2 hours.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. Fucking just interesting, the growth of the whole shit. I gotta bring light. You're rocking, is that a Magic's spray paint shirt?
No, this is for my birthday last year that my best friend got me. It's like a regular shirt that says King.
Oh, okay. The I and the G, I was like, because you over there in Florida, I was like, representing the Magic over there. But
man, I haven't rocked like the Magic in since like 2013. Somewhere along there.
My son's really into jerseys and basketball. And shout out to his team. I'm coaching his team right now. We're kicking ass.
Big ups to that.
4-0 in the season. And but I bought him a throwback Penny Hardaway jersey. He don't even know who Penny was. I was trying to show him.
That's when Shaq was number 32. Anybody that follows me on my social media, I was like, this is my year. My birthday is officially 1 month away. I turned 32. I'm on some domination. Just anything that comes to who they want department, I'm ready to dunk on anybody and, maintain my dominance in this podcast field.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Who are some of your so Shaq was your guy in the 90s, other than Jordan, like who was your your five guys or whatever that kind of you fucked with?
Right, Chris Webber, Vince Carter, my man Ray Allen Iverson.
Okay.
Robert Horry.
Robert Horry getting some love. Okay. Okay. Robert Horry getting some love. I was a outside of Jordan, of course. We go. Early on, of course, Shaq and Penny, and it's
Okay.
funny. It's fucked up being a big guy. I've always been a big guy. I was a very fat kid when I was younger, but the most I ever weighed was 268. 268. I was like 17 years old. But I was always that kid. I was still agile and I could move, but I had all the skinny friends. And like most big kids, we want to be the fucking point guard. Like you won't believe how many kids I see, and that's what I'm trying to teach my team now. Is like everybody wants to take. I got the whole team. As soon as the other team scores and they take the ball out, the whole team is standing around. Give me the ball. I'm like, no. I tell my son and the other kid, I said, yo, you take your big asses down by the post. And my son's in the middle stage, so he's like a 3, but I play him at the 4, 5, just whatever for now. But he's got that stocky frame. He can still do some dribbling, a little bit of wing play. But it's funny because I was always a big man, but growing up, still partial to the guards. GP, of course, Sean Kemp and everything back in the day. And my dog. So I love the power forward position. I love it.
Hey, shout out to Kevin Garnett, right?
I love the 4. Because I had some skills. I really did. I could at least have played JUCO. I had some really good coaches. I played on my 4A basketball team. I just didn't have the academics, and I let the drugs and sort of the demonic life get the best of me at a young age. So I didn't do much outside of that. But Vin Baker, long rant. Vin Baker was my guy. Shout out Vin Baker, 42 for the Sonics, played for the Bucks as well, a couple other teams. But there was guys like that who, even his body type, he was just kind of like that chubby-ish, like he could ball, but he wasn't no brute stout cat. He was,
None of that, yeah.
and I got his book too, God and Starbucks, man. Shout out to Vin Baker. He's a fucking turned Christian and stuff. This dude would drink a fifth of Hennessy before a game, bro.
Oh, he was built different.
Dead ass. I read his book, and his story is phenomenal. He was smoking and sipping heavily, and some of his best performances. I mean, he was literally drinking Hennessy by the fist, by the half gallon. He would have it in Gatorade bottles. He was walking through the arena drinking
Lit.
it. And
that's okay though, because if you playing a full game, you just figured that out anyway.
They're amazing. You know, even stories of course, Rodman, you know, doing his partying and then staying up and then, you know, flying back and going to practice and then going to the game. I resonate with that because I got a body that's built to be a rock star. I always say that, man. Shout out to the creator, whoever you are, wherever you are. You know, love you, man. Because man, I got the fucking body in the immune system of a rock star. When I was doing all my drugs, I mean, I can always keep my head on straight. So
yeah,
I'm very in control, whether it was coke, crystal meth, even the few times I smoked heroin, hated that shit. And but I never I would go to a certain point, boom, boom, boom. But I never got, there was points there where I was losing myself, and I just knew it. And I was like, okay, I gotta stop. This is too much. This weekend warrior turns into every other day warrior, and then you're off in the dust. But I could always produce. I do drugs all night. I'd still go to work. I could still be on my stuff.
It became basically like an adrenaline boost more than anything. Sounds like.
Yeah. And even now, there's times I'm bartending, and it's a lot of people that come to the bar early in the morning, not to eat. But of course, I'm there to sell drinks. So I'm telling them, like, can I start you out, you know, with a Bailey's coffee, Bloody Mary? A lot of people are like, oh, people drink this early in the morning, and I'm over here like, motherfucker, I've been sipping since I got out the car. It's 6:30, bitch. Like, I'm hyped. I was drinking last night, and I started drinking again in the morning. But I'm here at work, ready to go, popping. What can I get you? Like, full of energy. This shit affect me different, man. I'm talking about, like, I just go. Like, energy gives me, alcohol gives me energy. You know, even like
just superpower.
I have ADHD and all that stuff. Now, I hate talking about that stuff because when I was growing up, there was really ADD, attention deficit disorder. Then there was attention hyper deficit disorder. I believe they've really just narrowed it down. Now it's just one or the other. I forget, but they just call it ADD or some shit. But and I was a scapegoat for a lot of my childhood growing up. I had a white mother who basically, shout out to you, mother, who adopted me and everything. And she's my mother, raised me like I'm her own baby, but I could get away with so much stuff. And then the schools, they would test me for these outreach programs and stuff. And I was on so many meds that it became, I could call in the mornings for school. I was getting excused absences. I could just say, oh, I don't feel good and go home. And they were still passing me. So growing up now, I don't like to talk about, I talk about it, but I don't like to bring it up as, oh, I have this and I have that. Because it's like, man, fuck all that shit. Overcame all that with the drugs and everything. And I just really, I kind of know what's going to keep me from the dark side, the darkness, that little cloud that we all have over us. And then sometimes it just goes over people. I got friends right now, I won't mention your name, shout out to you brothers. One buddy that's going through some very bad stuff, anxiety, and he's at this age to where I'm like, bro, we got to be getting better. And I'm the asshole friend sometimes that's not sympathetic enough. But I honestly went through my darkest hour between the ages of 14 and 17. And then I had a little relapse stint when I was 24, 25. And I went to the doctor. Motherfucker said I was bipolar. Never got the official diagnosis. It was a doctor that said, I can't diagnose you with this, but these are all the signs. I'm going to send you to this psychiatrist. Pulled up in the parking lot the day to get diagnosed. And I said, what the fuck am I doing here, man? I ain't fucking letting this bitch tell me I got bipolar. I said, I know I'm a little off, but I got to figure my shit out, you know? And I had another similar transformation when I was 18. You know, I quit drinking soda and I quit. I didn't even listen to rap music for 30 days. Someone challenged me to not listen to like detox, not just my body, but my mind. And so every time I get in a weird place, that's what I go back to. I just cut off the world. I stop watching. You know, it's hard. It's hard because I love lesbian porn, but I try to turn off the porno. I try to not listen to foul, vulgar, killer music. And I just try to eat better and get a lot of sunlight. And I swear to God, man, that alone, and then knowing you got a mission, like this keeps me on my mission. DJ Steady's coming on. I can't let you down. You know, I'm over here hyping up. And then if I'm over here slipping or if I decide to do a bump and then it takes me left, man, I'm not going to let that happen, you know, anymore.
I love your self-control. Like hearing this from this moment, this little, you know, having your moment is just, I'm hearing a lot of like, regardless, like you're basically showing me that, yeah, I'm not perfect and no, I'm not advocating for it. Yeah, you should go do it too and outdo me. It's more like, at that moment, I hated how I feel, and you know, realizing now that you know I can, you know, have me a morning, you know, wake up 6 a.m., hit this power juice real quick, and get back in there. A lot of people aren't built like you are built. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't use it and let it become you. You become it, and like you can, you know, go to work and. Instead of me coming off with this grumpy attitude, now you get more of a smile and a hey, how you doing today? You know what I'm saying? Like that becomes to me like a improvement, like a self improvement.
In a way, as long as I can recognize it, like I honestly know I'm a functioning addict, high functioning addict, whether it's alcohol, nicotine, weed.
Regardless, mine is music, right? Me and my friend Mango, shout out to my friend Mango. We're doing this thing now where we do song wars, like periodically throughout the day now. And you know, there's like really we haven't put like no cap on like how far the songs can go. It's just like you pick a genre and you keep dropping songs till you make the next person say, you know what, I dropped the mic, I can see like you done hit me with 40 songs to my like 30 and I just got nothing left to sing. And it's just something that I'm like finding a liking to. Music is my drug. Like for me, you know what I'm saying? Growing up as a kid with the disability, spinal bifida, all these things, being in hospital beds, being home, being nursed back to health, and people go, "How do you keep finding the strength?" Bro, I can put these Bluetooth headphones or some headphones in my ear, put on my favorite Lil Wayne track, and I'm gone. Or any 90s R&B track. I'm a huge R&B head, so that helped get me through a lot.
Yeah, if we could even get into that for a second, man, because I know you know you have the spina bifida, and to a ignorant motherfucker like myself, so that limits your mobility.
Correct. It's neurological for the spine. Like I got this little swinging gait through my walk and stuff like that.
Okay. So
I wear braces. Like if I'm gonna go to a doctor's and I get up and I have to go out public, like I'm putting on these AFO bracelets strapped to my legs to give me the stability I need, and I use like a walker for this.
Okay, so that kind of formulated your even your personality when you're younger. You knew you were different, or you knew you had this.
I embraced it. Yeah.
Kind of what we had to do. I remember. So honestly, I have the Tourette syndrome as well. I was diagnosed in the 4th grade. Now people think, you know, the Marlon Wayans, you know, Michael Jackson was a Puerto Rican, you know, all this crazy shit. You know, you're just spurting out shit. Now a lot of people have it like that. 80% of adults grow into it. Never grow out of it, but we grow into it, right?
Okay.
And when you're young, it's more hyper. Your energy is more crazy. So when I was young, before and around my diagnosis, kids would make fun of me and literally call me retard because I have this one tick. I can kind of control it. you know, a little bit when I, especially in settings, but when under when I'm nervous, when I'm feeling pressure, when I'm super excited, I get to go. I get the finger tick. Sometimes I stutter a lot, and I have this one tick. But when I was a kid, I used to have this tick. And I used to, and I would literally hit my chest, and I'd be like, and so the kids make fun of you, ding, 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 and that shit would really hurt my feelings early on, bro. Like I had soft skin, when you're a boy, man. That shit, like, and then at the same time, I'm the only, black kid. That's my brother, man, because America's views, right? They're making fun of my hair, and they're making fun of, and then before I think we even talked about this before N-word. It was black boy, black boy, and all this shit. So anyway, I would let that get to me too when I didn't embrace it. Is what I'm trying to get at early on.
No, I get it. Trust me, I had my spells too, so you're not just talking to somebody that didn't deal with it from my own spectrum to where. Like being in my 30s now, I've really got like real bad social anxiety now. Like I don't like being in public settings. Like if you're gonna come get me out and you go, "Hey, Stat, I want to take you to the mall or something." Like if you don't have an exact reason why we're going, I'll be like, "Nah, bro, I'm cool." Be like, we're just gonna walk around. Salute to the man, Brian Beeline. Y'all make sure y'all go sign up and follow, the Beeline Entertainment LLC as well. Really dope, brother. But nah, man.
Yeah, like around what age would you say? Because and we don't like to talk about this as men, but this is the beauty of it.
Nah, bro, we're gonna be real. We're gonna Thursday night have our therapy night sessions.
That's what we're doing.
I think elementary had to be the biggest period. Like fifth grade. I think fifth grade is where it kind of got to that uncomfortable period because then you just get that bullying presence of kids being kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. I built myself different.
Right.
And that was all through elementary. I said it was like all through because you do deal with you are like a duck. You get all the name calling, all whoop de woo, home face full of tears. And one day my uncle tells me the whole sticks and stones they break my bones, but words will never. And you go, well, everybody heard that Brian, but for me, it kind of became like that assurance that, hey, regardless of what you gonna say, it's just gonna melt off me. Like I don't even worry about it anymore. I started making jokes about myself, so that's why a lot of my friends would be like, I'm petty, or you know what I'm saying, I can be that type of guy in the room and just be saying some stuff to you. And you're like, why you always gotta be the rhetorical guy? I'm like,
yeah.
Good. If you can't handle my sarcasm, then don't hang around me.
Right. And I think a lot of us kids, whether we have a physical defect or we're fat,
mental, anything,
we find that's the first thing, right? Like, and I even tell my kid that I said, bro, he's. I'm glad kids, at least from my perspective, these 7-year-olds that I'm dealing with, that he's going to school with, are like 7-year-olds. When I was 7 in '94, I'm talking about kids were ruthless, bro. I'm talking about the shit that I had already been through at 6, 7. My boy had no clue, and I'm so happy. But I tell him, I say, if you're ever feeling like, if you're around your little friends, they do their little jokes or whatever. It's like they're so fucking corny. I was bad kid. I'm cursing. I'm stealing cigarettes out the my friend's mom's packs. We're going out back smoking at 7. All sorts of crazy shit. I'm already fingering, but I'm 7 playing with other kids, and I'm trying to do my thing, and then and so I was already up in the mix, and
my man Harris out your finger popping at 7. Let the look at the plate.
Yeah, 6 really was my first finger pop. Michelle from Elko, Nevada. Shout out to you. But yeah, we was doing that, and you know what? Let me just take it a step further. Actually, I don't want to get too gruesome because I'm a grown man, so I can't really speak about the details. Let me leave that out because it's gonna sound weird. But anyway, there were some things, and I even asked my mom, I said, what because caught us, you know, a little thing, and I got in trouble. And she said, honestly, let me know what you did. I said, I was feeling this, and I asked her a couple questions, and she was just like, all right, that's enough. Like from now on, that door stays open. You guys are back there. Like there's things, there's parameters around this motherfucker. Um, but I tell my kid now, I'm like, bro, call your own shit out. You know, if you're, and I say honestly, if you're feeling insecure about something, right? Like myself, bro. You know, I got a lot of insecurities as far as personal, mostly like my weight, my body. You know, I've always just been a guy. You know, I'm in the gym. I'm not in the gym. I'm drinking. I want this thing over here, but my physical daily tasks don't line up with my true desire. You know, the image over here. So I kind of deal with that, but I rock with it.
Right.
But I always tell him, I said, but see, that's my own spirit really telling me, bro, you need to lay off this. And you got time in your day. I could be hitting the treadmill for X amount of time. I could be up in the gym. So I just kind of teach him. I said, when you're young, when you have those thoughts, though, you have to go through with them. Because if you let them linger, you're going to get to this adulthood space and you're going to be in fucking limbo. And I'm going to look like the loser parent who didn't raise you and teach you right and instill nothing in you. So even some of the things I didn't grow up with, I'm on him. I'm trying to be the parent that I didn't even have. So
Respect.
you don't have to go through those hurdles when it comes to physical and hold on, we got a lag. Fuck you, Melon live stream. We're back. So man, I said that's good. That's interesting though.
Nah, bro, I can relate. I like infrastructure now. Like accountability means everything to me more now. You know what I'm saying? I was in ROTC during high school. Not saying I'm military minded, but now like I like the whole having an infrastructure. What I'm gonna do with my daily routines now. You know what I'm saying? It's up by like 9, shower by like 10. You know what I'm saying? Back in my office by like 11. 12 o'clock. You're gonna game till like 1:30. Then it's like find your movie at 2. You know what I'm saying? Like I structure myself.
Right. I think man, that's a big thing. Just being structured and having a goal, whether it's a small goal
or a humongous goal.
Any goal. Man, one of my buddies, bro, both of us have done this. We say, okay, I'm trying to go to the gym every day this month. One time he called me, he said, bro, because you're driving to the gym, you're in the car and shit, you call your peoples and everything. Hey man, what are you doing, man? I'm going to the gym. And we just get into this natural conversation. 30 minutes go by, I say, bro, you up in the gym? No, I'm just in the car. I said, okay. Well, I was still in the car talking to you. I said, all right, well, fuck. Go up in the gym. He proceeded to make his way. He do a little 5 minutes, and we're just laughing, having a good time. He said, man, I'm not feeling it, bro. I'm just leaving it. He said, well, I came to the gym. I said, you right. I said, you on to something. I said, just next time, I said, spend 6 minutes at the gym if you ain't feeling it, right?
Small steps, baby steps.
You woke up, you drove to the motherfucking gym, you entered the bitch. You was there for 5 minutes and you just wanted to bullshit with me and go back home. I get it. But sometimes even those small steps like that, just go. Just go. You don't have to sit there and work out like The Rock, and do that. That's where I find myself. After you don't go for so long, it's so hard to get yourself back in the mode. And then you see the motherfucker up in the next to you. I'm a hater motherfucker, bro. I'm always hating as far as internally, bro. I judge everybody. I be looking at this. I'm looking at this motherfucker. Look at this bitch with the fucking, little spandex pants. She thinks she cute, man. Bitch ain't nothing. She got a little pudge on her stomach. Then the dude next to me with a little, like he has the Apple wrist watch, and then he has the matching lime green shoelaces, and he has the fucking little Hulk Hogan tank top strap. I look at all those little characters, and that's what I hate about the gym is the people there and the actual characters. But it brings me comedy because in my head I'm just like, but I'm sitting there looking at myself like, well, look at you, man. You fucking sitting here with your fucking man titties ass, fucking smelling like liquor, drinking fucking Stolies for your pre-workout. Get the fuck out of here, you know?
Right? You have to, but then you realize it makes the workout better now because you done did a whole analyst. You done broke down everybody else's flaws, pointed out your flaw. And you're like, I'm tired for today.
I'm over there huffing and puffing, and you know. So yeah, I'm very judgmental on myself, man. I just sometimes, and I'm just like, and letting yourself go to a point where it's like, damn. And I have good results. Like I got crazy genetics. People always, I got a gym rat homeboy, and he's always pissed because he's Caucasian, and we always joke. He's like, I don't got those brother genes like you know. And I'm like, I know, motherfucker, because I go to the gym for like literally 2 weeks, and like I'm the guy that like the lines will start forming quick. Like you could see the fast twitch. Like you could start like quick, like 2 weeks. This dude up in there a lot, and he's just same
overly
size.
pumping, right? You overly doing, bro. I'm just naturally toning up.
Yeah, I was gonna kick out of that. I'm just like, if I could take that mentality, if I could take that 2 weeks and multiply it by 8, and then multiply that by another 8, I'll be out here looking right, you know.
Give yourself a personal challenge with it, then like do it.
Yeah, I plan to, like everybody else. I'm gonna start the first of the month, March 1st.
No, really, that's what we're doing. You're already gonna do that. Yeah, that's the first rule in exerciseonomics. We're gonna tell it's gonna be then the first gonna come, and McDonald's gonna drop a brand new burger, and you can be like, forget it, I'll do it the 1st of June.
Yeah, I'm gonna give myself 1 month, you know, before the pool season. Oh man, check it out. So I was that kid. I never forget this. I gotta shit on myself, man. 6th grade, my self-confidence was so low, right? And I don't want my kid to go through this. That's why I'm very involved in his life. I always coach him every day, boost his fucking ego because it's hard out here.
Right.
I was in 6th grade, and my school every year they go to this. I forget the name. It's this dope ass lake. They took a small town, like school of like a couple hundred kids, like very tight knit community. All the kids, the whole school goes to lake, whatever the fuck it was called out there in Wells, Nevada, some lake, some resort. And I had a crush. What was her name? I had a couple crushes back then, but I didn't want to go. Everybody wanted to go, right? And I didn't want to go to the lake because I was the kid who was scared to take his shirt off at the pool. And that feeling, even now, I'm just out there dad bodding it. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm out there, willy nilly, just is what it is. Fucking
as I am at this point.
Yeah, but I remember even when I was younger, being back then, like terrified, bro. Even weeks leading up to it, like, oh, the last day because they're gonna see me. And the times that I would go swimming, bro, like being that guy with the t-shirt on, and it's like the water stick to your body, so it actually makes
you're gonna get man boob action and whatever else.
It make you look worse. So that's why I was like, because I still see a lot of grown men out every summer when I go to the pools, and I'm like, there's the dad with his t-shirt. It's like a cut-off t-shirt. He's in the pool, and I'm like, bro, just lose the shirt, dog. We're all kicking it. You know what I mean?
Right?
We're all kicking it, man. But yeah, that's interesting, dog. Fucking memory lane. Those were some of my most embarrassing moments, though.
Cheers to that, because we're still here to talk about it and make sure our kids and the future, whatever, is just know that it's okay to embrace it. Don't because we so caught up on society's image choices. We forget to just look in the mirror and be like, I like what I look like.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got going on 4 years of growing my hair over the lots, and like best decision I feel like I ever did. And my friends will be like, yeah, because we got tired of you getting low face and then shaking your head like you got dreads.
Right. Accept me for who the fuck I am. When you were, so how was your like school experience as far as having your spinal bifida, like, did you experience those outreach programs and like those do they have to kind of make a whatever a special thing for you? Like how
I
was
was
your
like, I got was like special bathroom privileges. Like I got the permission to go to the bathroom anytime I felt like I had to go, and I was like, haha, I get to go when the teacher tells you no. I can ask the same question in the same moment. She gonna tell me yeah.
you can't let okay. Right.
But it was like I took regular course classes. I wasn't one of those kids where you have to put me in that one room all day. You know, shout out to all those kids. They became my closest friends as well. But I was like, I'm glad I got to experience normality for what it was.
Right. Man, treacherous. And you don't have children, right?
Nope. I don't have children. But I got great nephews. I got a niece, nephews, baby cousins, stuff like that. So like, it makes me feel all welcome as their mom.
You still get a taste of this younger generation. You hear what these kids are talking about.
Absolutely. I'm in the loop, bro. And I think me and my nephews was just having a conversation the other day about the whole in crowd of doing too much at school to try to be the popular kid. I'm like, be yourself. You don't have to go and try to fake the phone for being impressive. He's like, I want to be taller. I want to be 6 foot tall, and I want to just enjoy being a kid.
Yeah. Dude, I couldn't imagine. I've never been a follower. I mean, for the most part, I just go to my own drum. But I couldn't imagine these the phone. This fucking device right here is for a kid. Like I got an issue with kids getting phones too young. Like I don't think my kid will have a phone for another 7 years. Like realistically, like he ain't. Like he's not making it out this decade he's leaving this decade without a phone. Like maybe 14, 15, we'll see what's up. But there's gonna be blockers on that motherfucker. It's gonna be open access for daddy. Like I'm snatching that motherfucker out your hand if you ain't looking me in the eye. If you ain't on point, you watch a porno on that motherfucker. What's going on? Like, because there's so much access, and then with these challenges, these kids just doing challenges to motherfucking nothing, whether it's swallowing a Tide Pod or these crazy shits. I couldn't imagine being under the influence of that. Like we had the whole, I don't know, what influence did I have? Like you wanted to, I don't even know what kind of influences we had. There was the kid that was good in basketball. There was the skinny kid who appeared cool. There was like, but these days,
we had to climb the tree type of thing, take your bike up that random slopey hill type of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's more like that. But now they doing too much. Go in your dad's house and pull out his gun and go live with it.
Nutty bullshit. And they really think that is the real world stuff. Like we're over here, grown adults. Obviously, we don't give a damn what some teenagers got going on TikTok. That's like beneath us. But these kids, they don't have that mindset to look 10, 15 years in the future. They're just like in the now. They're like, shorts at a time, one short, 60-second, mindsets and everything.
Microwavable, bro. It's scary now because, like you just said, we're talking about the structure of your mindset when you become our age. Like, are you still going to have that same immaturity level in your 30s as us? Or are you going to really kind of be like, you know what? I'm going to slow down now. I'm older now. I don't need to do that for attention seeking anymore.
Yeah. Shout out to CA Qauvo. She says you had I don't hear the echo on my end, so hopefully it's not coming over the rebroadcast because we sitting here vibing like a motherfucker. She sounds good on my end, but shout out to you, girl. She says my son has a phone for Roblox and we play together. How old is your son though? If you don't mind, me asking everything. I'm under the impression I have a stepdaughter too, and of course, being in the step role, I wish I had an eggshell sound effect because it's like picky, but I believe her fucking sperm donor and her uncle, whoever, got her a phone when she was like 9. And and it was used to get some line of communication. I didn't really like it. I didn't put up a big thing about it, but for my son, I'm talking about my son. Like he ain't, you see, his son's 10, will be 11. I mean, I could see it. It's not like my son's not on my phone. I give this mother on my phone. He watches his YouTube on my phone. Like, but it's this. I don't know, man. I'd have to have that real trust in him, but also, I'm the type of parent like, okay, you might have a phone, but at 9 o'clock, I'm taking it and it's going in my room.
Boundary. There you go.
I don't want to think that you're up till 1 a.m. playing games, and I'm over here thinking you're getting sleep and you're over here fucking. And then again, when we're young men, and I do this occasionally. Sometimes you have to test yourself with the imagination jerk. You remember when we were younger? See, most of the time we just jerk off to the phone, and that desensitizes to some. Sometimes I just go into the spank bank, and I do the imagination jerk, where you actually got to come thinking of the fantasy. And a lot of these kids these days, I believe they ain't doing that. They're just going straight to the vision, and that's why we're seeing this erectile dysfunction at such a low age. Man, you got to test yourself. You got to go in there and do that air jerk. Yo, I be capturing a lot of images throughout my day, whether I'm in the mall. I was coming up the stairs today, and right in front of me is a nice ass and some spandex pants, and you can see the fucking little G-string line. Not even a thong. It was a motherfucking G-string, and the way that the sun was shining in, like I was just basically
full view, right?
Her ass going up the steps, bro. I'm gonna use that. I don't need no Wi-Fi for that. You know what I mean? So that's what I want. These motherfucking kids to know too, man. You gotta do that fucking mind jerk sometimes. Yeah, that's good. Doesn't have access to apps and everything. There you go. That's good. Statistics say boys start watching the porn around 8 to 11. Yeah, definitely. And see, this is probably the new age stats. I was old school VHS, so I knew where my stepdad kept his porn stash. He kept it in the closet on the top shelf, right next to his gun, his ammunition, and some other shit. And he kept like a shirt or a towel over this stack of cassette tapes. And so we were going in there, stealing them, and then of course most men had Playboys on the back of the toilet seat. That was the days, man. I love going into a house. And it's a family, and even if it's not Playboy, but they got like Home and Garden in the fucking next to the toilet seat, and you're just like, oh well, great. Let's see what's going on. I like the classic 90s magazines next to the toilets. Again, nowadays, motherfuckers go into the bathroom stall with their phone. You're sitting there, feces up, touching your shit. You're fucking scrolling as you're shitting. You set your phone down. You wipe, as I do it. So, and then I don't know,
right,
man. Damn, I just wish
different breed 9 days.
Yeah, man. Fucking
She was represented to
try to catch a nipple through static. Yo, if that's not facts. I remember there was this one channel, and I had one of these TVs with the clicker, and every night around probably 11 or something, 10, you could jiggle it just right, and I think it was like a Cinemax or something, and you would get this lustful, like, dude, and for a young boy, you get that little tingle in like on the tip of your penis, and it's like, oh man, those are the days. You go to bed, felt like you stole something, man. You go to school the next day and shit.
High up,
man. But yeah, that's one thing I worry about, man, is like when my son gets a phone, man, it's just how do I even navigate him to. Okay. And then the thing that I have a hard time with is no matter how much you raise him and instill in them, there's something in his natural DNA, his own mind, his own brain chemistry.
It's gonna do it.
That he could, like myself with drugs. My mom worries all the time that I was gonna overdose or I was gonna do. I'd call her sometimes on a fucking come down, 4 a.m. bro. Seriously, like fucking depressed, going through my psychosis, and I gotta talk to mama, but her baby's on the phone. I was like, Mom, I'm in this hotel room, I'm freaking out, I feel like shit. I don't know what to do. You know, I had those moments, and but I knew that I'm at the end of it. But a lot of kids, they do that next hit, that next line. The parents are got an overdose on their hands. You know, and I just want to make sure my son knows, like, bro, you can jerk off all day, but don't get in that mode where it's gonna keep you from going out to talking to a real woman. Don't let it know what's up. Yeah. You know, hey, if you gotta go in there and jerk off, go do your goddamn thing, man. Turn on the fucking fan so I ain't gotta hear shit. Clean up your mess. I don't want no evidence, nothing. Handle your biz. I'm gonna be out in the garage puffing like I do. Daddy puffs. And I gotta take a hit for that. You know, so I hope that's the only I could just think in my mind. And when I think of myself as a father in the future, like I think in those terms. Like I'm already processing these when he comes to me for this or when he comes to me for that. Like I'm formulating my answers even now. So I think that's something to do with manifestation. Hopefully,
I agree.
And he just knows, like, you know, my daddy was so honest with me that
you built that trust, something that, you know what I'm saying, we didn't have growing up. You didn't have because we grew up in that, you know, the end of the black male father household. So you had to strip that concept.
Yes, let him know that excessive porn usage will make his actual sex life trash. It's as addicting as cocaine. It's probably why I need a bump every 4 to 6 hours on the Pornhub. Goddamn.
Real quick.
Yeah. Facts. Hey, CA, I would like to get you on the pod one of these days. Why we have you in the live chat? What's your opinions on circumcision? And instead, if you want to talk about this for a minute, so I want to tell people this. I was born uncircumcised. Okay, I had an adult circumcision at 18 years old. Okay, so my penis is it's still newly fresh. You know, it's only a what is that? A 15-year-old penis as far as sensitivity goes. So I got good sensitivity in my penis. But anyway, growing up, I was always weirded out that I had this thing over my dick. Now, the main reason why I got it uncircumcised, again, it goes back to maybe having a father around. My pops told me later in life, because I didn't live with him and stuff, he would teach me how to clean the dick. Because, like, boys, you got to pull the skin back and, you know, wash under the head, or else you develop this stuff he called it duck butter. I guess that's an old school term. You know, the little white curdly stuff that gets under the head if you don't clean it, the pee and the bacteria. Well, the
yeast, basically, right?
Yeast, yeah. Now, I was getting a lot of that, bro. Seriously, 14, 15, I wasn't cleaning my genitals properly. And I would get sometimes pain and stuff from there. And then when I would jerk off, I was an over the skin jerker. So I wasn't pulling my skin back and breaking it. Mm-hmm. So as I grow older, by the time I'm 18 and my penis still growing and everything, my boners would fucking hurt because the skin, like when I couldn't even pull the skin around the head because it's like, ah. But anyway, my pops would tell me, like, bro, like, you got to be breaking that shit. Like, you got to pull it back and break the skin and then all this stuff. So anyway, fast forward, I said, fuck all that. And then when I was, you know, having intercourse as a young age, trying to put the condom on and then break the skin back so you feel this, it just wasn't working. So I was like, let me go snip my shit off. So I did that 18. It was actually the best decision I ever did in my life. I don't know. But the aftermath, the doctor literally told me this. He said, it's going to look like a dog chewed on your penis for about 3 weeks. I said, okay. They put me to sleep and I come out of amnesia. And I'm just, so whatever, my penis is sore instantly. I look down. It's like a fucking turtle. It's like, you know, no erection, arousal. It's a fucking turtle head covered in gauze and
a snapping turtle.
Bro, it's covered in gauze. And he's like, don't even take it off, whatever. it was disgusting. Anyway, I'm a kind of a sissy when it comes to blood. I used to take it better when I was younger. The older I get, I'll fucking faint, bro. I'll faint if my shit's squirting out or doing some crazy shit. So anyway, I had to go pee one day, probably like soon after, and it's like full of blood and stitches, and the pee's coming out, and it's going all different directions because it's the first time pissing without no foreskin. So I got to aim different, and the blood is like leaking from the stitches on the toilet seat. It's gross. I know it's gross. And I started to get woozy in the bathroom. I said, "Oh shit!" Because my dick looked like it was chewed off by a dog. It's the craziest shit ever. So I almost fainted in the bathroom. But anyway, fast forward 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it was healed up. It looked pretty. It's just sitting out there. I'm like, I got me a normal penis. And I started putting it to use more and more after 18. That's my adult circumcision story. Yeah. And I got my son circumcised too. We were talking about it. I said, baby, chop that shit. I don't give a fuck about it's a kid cruel. I said, no. I know what it's like to grow up as a boy with some foreskin. It's going to be better for him. He ain't going to, just cut it off. So the only thing was I was in the room when he got his foreskin snipped, and to hear him cry like that, it did fuck with me in my head. And I did feel like a fucked up father, but he was so like 3 weeks old or whatever he was. So, or whatever he was, a few months or something. And but me knowing my experience with it, he don't have to worry about that, And I remember even like showering and stuff in high school, and you see the other kids' penis with no fucking force. It's a whole thing it can be a whole thing for young men. So I made that decision for my son that he ain't gonna have to go through that.
No doubt.
So, but yeah, shout out to you, CA. That's dope. That's why I don't do. Not all men are into hygiene like that, and I don't want surprises. No doubt. Yeah, that was the main thing. The hygiene and the feeling was
That's
like
all right. Sensation, like I left the openly honest thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Like that was an executive decision. Like, look, it's gonna be uncomfortable for this few weeks, but we're gonna get through this. Like, I prefer you do it now than have to wait like I did at 18, and, feeling uncomfortable in situations where you get teased. Like, we're still in that bullying era. I don't want you coming home. If you come home feeling like you gotta get about that, then I'm going to school. I'm shooting my favorite.
Yeah. Executive decision from the headmaster.
Literally.
Holy shit! What is this? That's like finding TP balls in your girl's butt crack, and I've had that experience. I've had that experience where you go in there and it's like you get that little. It's like, oh, you didn't really. You took a shit on your lunch break and then you just come over here thinking I'm gonna put my face in your ass. Okay, I see how this is going. Just because I did it once, I don't want to do it every time. Thank you.
Shout out to Gates. I don't know why that was a moment to give Kevin Gates a shout out.
Let's give Kevin Gates because I'm a booty eater, man, and but honestly, and I'm not a trendy booty eater. Like I've been eating booty since 05. Like it's just a thing that I like, but I'm very particular about it. Just like my foot fetish. People think, oh, he has a foot fetish. He's looking at my feet. If you got some busted ass, I'm so particular on my feet. Like it's not even crazy. So I'm not going around sucking anybody's toes, But if you got some nice ass feet, baby girl, I'm sucking on those toes. But they have to be so pristine, so clean, so symmetrical. Like I'm very particular about all that, And then a lot of the booty eaters get a bad rap because we just think that we walk around with ass mouth, and it's like that's not the case. I'm a Virgo. For one, so my hygiene is very particular, and I'm not gonna let you go down on me. And I've said this before. I'll let a woman know if I'm coming from the gym or if I'm getting off work. Like, yeah, I mean, careful. I word myself, but I get myself caught up. But if I'm coming off of a shift or something, and I'm going over to we're having our thing, I'm even letting the woman know, hey, can I go jump in the shower real quick? Or I'm like, hey, just let you know, like I got some ball sweat down there. So, but I let them know. So you can't diss me like, nigga, you had some stanky balls. Like, bitch, I told you I had some stanky balls. I worked a 14-hour shift.
You hit me with the come through right off the work hours, baby. I ain't have time to go sanitize.
No, but you let them know. You let them know, and then usually, if depending on the scenario, sometimes it's like a one-off where you don't like. It's like you might not. Hey, can I get a washcloth and some mouthwash before we get started, baby? Oh yeah, I got you. Boom. Just basics, like a respect, just basic respect. It's that's always been my MO. My I've been eating booty since '05. That's a t-shirt. Virgo gang. Yes. So you're a Virgo as well? That's dope. Yeah, man. No, a lot of people they're the kids are making it popular and popping and as freaky as you can be.
Right.
I'm not, I'm old school with it, man. Because also too, along my sexual experience, like I learned to appreciate giving, and there's beauty in serving a woman, and there's I don't know, it's all different things. But shout out to the brothers too. I've known this with a lot of straight African men. They be on that. I had one tell me specifically, "Oh, fuck that shit. You American guys eating pussy like a dog." They have this whole thing like where old school men too. They're like, "I ain't eating no woman's box, and that's for you young motherfuckers." And I'm just like, I don't. I like their
perspective. Yeah, they got a way of putting it out there.
Because when you think about it, when they say shit like that, like, you got your face down and your ass up eating this bitch's pussy, like they make you feel like you're this less of a man and shit.
Right, it's demasculating if you're out there doing that type of stuff. Right?
Yeah,
that's their belief system.
But I fuck with it. But teach their own, man. Teach their own. All kinks go. All motherfucking kinks go. But let's see, we're about an hour and 50 in. You still rocking with us? What's your timeline looking like? Steady.
I got a few minutes. I got to get up at 7 a.m. So you got a few more minutes out of me.
All right. Well, can you go another 12? Take it all the way to get rounded out to 2 hour mark.
You want me to push it to 6? Man, if I didn't have that appointment, I have to get that early right, I would really skip. But I gotta get up. It's already like 11:50 on my clock.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get you out because I'm gonna bring on Brother Ray, and we're gonna continue this Thursday night. Let me go ahead and bring on Brother Ray before you get out of there because you've met Brother Ray before.
Of course.
And we'll make this connection. And I know as soon as Brother Ray comes on, it's gonna transition into a whole nother dynamic. But before you get out of there, what's the next project that you got going on, man? Like on your channel, who you interviewing this week? What's the pod soap? Give some plugs before we get Ray up in here.
Right, because B&W's show will be live this Saturday on Who They Want Entertainment LLC. You can find that on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, of course, if you want to see that live stream. As far as Who They Want stuff, we're getting things together over the weekend. I'm planning to go Tuesday through Friday, so just be on the lookout on my channel for whatever comes up, and all guests are welcome this upcoming week.
Beautiful, man. Yeah, please go subscribe to Who They Want podcast. You can find them on Spotify, Apple, all the damn platforms.
Like, right? We be trying to go through them one by one. It's literally everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's just Who They Want everywhere at this point. Just Google them. From the whole handbook, C.A. Knuble, if a man don't give you head, leave his ass on red. On red. Whole handbook. He better eat like he has no food at home. All right. Well, we'll get you out here 1 second real quick, man. Coming to the stage. He's been in the background. He's been kicking it. You didn't see him last week. on the Artie Hoffman. He was on a little vacay, but he's coming back tonight. Co-host of Harris is Drinking Again podcast, my brother and the brother known around the world as Brother Ray G. I couldn't get it, bro. Oh, shit. I couldn't get it this time. Goddamn, my voice. Hey, brother. Shout out, Brother Ray.
What's good? What is good?
Chilling over here.
What up, Steady?
What's going on, my brother?
Oh, man. Harris, as always.
Man, we're getting it in over here. Me and Steady rocking out. I lost track of time. I don't want to take up this man's time. He's got an important meeting in the morning. But thank you so much for coming back on for an official Thursday night. It's like your fourth time. I don't know.
Y'all family to me, so you already know. Once you hit me up and let me know what days you want me to come through, I'm definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe we'll be seeing each other again. Possibly, I think I talked to Beeline today. He's gonna take over the Valentine's Day pod bash again.
Okay.
I'm taking myself. I brought the idea up, but I'm taking myself out of it just because I got some stuff on the back end, and I'm kind of too busy to fucking promote that shit. So he's the man of the hour. So I'm gonna see you on Valentine's Day for sure.
That's where he's saying, look, I don't rectify with my girl going on here going women bashing. It's not a good look for me right now.
Nah, never that. Just, I'm just over here like I might hold down the St. Patty show or something like that, or I was thinking about an April Fool's edition, and then we could actually fool the guests or do something crazy. Like I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm going to announce that I got Denzel Washington, and it's gonna be like April Fool's. Fuck you, I'm gonna do something stupid like that. So I don't know if it's gonna be that extreme, but But yeah, man. So but yeah, thanks for coming on, bro. Again, let's keep keep Bob Hope alive, man. Let's keep this connection going. Much love to you and your network.
No doubt. Brother Ray, I appreciate it. Thank you for dropping me with the words of wisdom every day, keeping my head above water. I appreciate all the motivation and love.
You be blessed, my brother.
You guys too.
All right. Thank you, man. DJ Steady, you have a blessed night, brother.
You too.
All right. Go subscribe to DJ Steady of Who They Want podcast. Everywhere.
Who they want.
Everywhere. I'm tired of saying one by one. God damn it. Go subscribe everywhere.
Who they want.
DJ Steady.
DJ Steady.
Yes. So, my brother, now
shut up for a minute, man. Just shut up for a minute. You know what? Let's just look at each other on the screen like that. Just look in the screen. Let me look at the screen. We ain't gotta say nothing. Just look at the screen, brother.
Moment of silence.
Moment of silence, man. We ain't gotta say shit. Damn, we some handsome motherfuckers, man. Thank you, Jesus.
Harry's drinking again.
Thank you for blessing our mamas and our daddies to look beautiful, to make us. And I know that sounds very narcissistic, but you know what? It's not being. It's just being confident, man. Because
Nah, man. Hey, let the people know, man. You 55, brother. 55, and you over there look more
hot water, green tea. Hot water and green tea inside with honey.
And if I can say too, man, in my journey knowing you, 18 fucking years. I just like to round it to 2 decades at this point. I'm the one in my earlier years, like I spoke about earlier on the show, drugs, and I've done everything under the sun. I still drink. I still smoke the weed. I get lack of sleep like we all do. But since I've known you, you have only smoked weed. I've actually never seen you drink, not even so much as a glass of wine. I don't know. and you've always taken care of your body, but you were 38 at that point. So I'm hoping now that I've been clean off of coke and meth, the main two struggles that I had in my life for going on 3 years now, I'm hoping that I can continue that and then eventually get the alcohol and stuff under control. And I can go on this 25-year path of cleanliness, so to speak, and then I can be where you're at, man, when I'm older. That'd be a blessing, bro.
That definitely will be a blessing. And I gotta tell you, I too am I'm codependent, man. Everything. I've done all that other stuff. Maybe not as hard as you. Like I've done coke, drank before. Like actually before my first discovery of weed was I was bamboozled. I was actually smoking weed and PCP, angel dust. They call them hubbas back then in Vallejo.
Yeah.
And I smoked that shit.
Smoking wet.
We bought it from some dudes from the Crest. People in Vallejo know from the Crest. I live right across from the Crest Fairgrounds, right there. Radcliffe Drive. That's where I was living. And the Crest was just across the freeway. So we get our weed over there, and they were smoking hubbas. And I really didn't know. And I smoked that stuff, man. I had such a bad high. I stopped smoking weed. I started drinking a lot. So yeah. But other than that, I got okay. I gotta give it because I gotta give it to Bruce Lee, man. Because when I was young, Mr. Moreno, my art teacher, he put up this picture of me and then Bruce Lee when he was young, identical. I don't look like him now. I don't know, but then Bruce Lee died when he was 30 something. So 32. I'm 55. And he's always been my inspiration.
Yeah.
And because I guess people say I resemble him, I go, if I'm gonna resemble any Asian dude, I resemble him. So, and then I just basically, and then I met this. Shout out to you, Randy Tucker. He's in Florida, I believe, in Orlando. Shout out to you, good brother, right there, and his wife. Good man. Randy taught me Jeet Kune Do. This dude was like he's the first Bruce Leroy. The whatever First Dragon, whatever that movie with Vanity. Like they call him Bruce Leroy. That's my boy Randy Tucker right there, man. And we used to have spars in front of my front yard from dudes that live in the Crest. And they come over my house, and sparring. And I'm talking about like, hey, if you get kicked in the nuts or you get kicked in the mouth, oh well. I mean, we're like sparring Converse shoes on and shit, and karate shoes. You know what I'm saying? And I used to see Randy just lay out full. He's so quick, dude. And to me, he looked like the true black Bruce Lee back then. And I was his dude, and he taught me a lot, man. Exercise, all of that stuff, and your body and all that stuff. He said Bruce Lee ate a lot of peanut butter. I love peanut butter because it's protein. Stuff like that.
Shout out to Bruce Lee. And also, real quick, shout out to our Podbean listeners. Good Bop, The Main, 06, Robbie, Samuel, and Jimmy Crumbs. Shout out to you brothers over on Podbean. We're going in Thursday night, TNR 055, 55 weeks in a row, every fucking Thursday night. Right here, 8 p.m. We ain't missed a beat. 55 weeks in a row. Staying consistent, staying strong. And in between them, we throw in some off the cuffs and some random interviews. And Harris Drinking Again podcast. Be getting it cracking like that. So earlier today, man, my son told me. Also, while we're talking about drugs, hold the fuck on. And shout out to CA. If you're struggling, I've called this number before on a horrible. It was an Adderall come down. because I used to do so much Adderall that it would be like a meth. Basically, I did about 300 milligrams at some points. 300, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was taking them 20s. I'd start with 320s. I'd snort another one, and then space it out. I was going crazy on the Adderall. So anyway, call 1-800-662-HELP. It's a national drug.
Man. National. Hey, I just want to add to that one of a really, really good friend of, of ours, not just that, a church brother, just lost his daughter, 29 years old, got a 3-year-old son, and she got hooked up in, I guess, some fentanyl or something. 29 years old. Her liver couldn't take it anymore. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, rest in call 1-800-662-4353.
It's real, dude.
If you need help, they're available 24/7, and at the end of the day, sometimes we just need somebody to talk to.
Yeah, no, really, that's what it is, man.
Whether it's a friend, a sponsor, or the National Drug Addiction Hotline. So call them if you know a friend or family member that's struggling with drogas today. And then after you do that, send them the link to youtube.com/@Haida Podcast and have them tap in with us every Thursday night for
Thursday night,
aka Thursday Night Rants. And C.A. Qauvo says she was in a very relationship with coke for over a year. Sobriety's not easy, and she will be hitting 1 year sober in April. Salute to you, girl. For real, salute to you. And I know that's got to be a problem for yourself, because being in the industry or the so-called media space, right? C.A. Qauvo, shout out to her. Go subscribe to her channel. She's a stand-up comedian. She's got a book out. She's doing a whole lot of shit. She does her own podcast. Hopefully we can cross pods and all of this shit. But being a stand-up comedian, being out late night, right? Being in the club, even with us, I told you, we're not going to talk about the timeline, but I will be transitioning back into Reno very soon. And one of my fears, it was because I left Reno in a certain way, and I was in the drug scene. I wasn't a father, so my thought going back is like, I don't want to present myself in certain elements or certain lights to even attract those sort of demons back in my life. And I know that could be a struggle when we're trying to be around artists and we're promoting rappers and you're in a comedy club past 11 p.m. There's some cocaine nearby. And the fucked up thing is, I was in the club. This is a while ago, a couple of years ago. And I was with our boy Andre, shout out KOG, stylist of the world. And you know that coke nod? Like when you're a coke user, you could spot the coke dealer. Like I can go to any town in America. If you got even an ounce of street savviness, you can go to any bar in America. I could pull up to anywhere, St. Louis, fucking someplace in Arkansas, someplace down in southern Utah, and I can get cocaine from a guy at a bar, right? And the hell, Ray looks like he's on cocaine right now. What the fuck is he doing?
No, I'm trying to describe while you're speaking. I'm trying to act out like I'm going, yeah, I know you. I see you. You're the coke guy. I see you. So I'm just reenacting. So that way when they're looking at you visually, they're hearing you and they're seeing me and the interaction.
That's what it is.
Dichotomy, baby.
I was in this bar and I have a friend. He goes out often, and he was always telling me like, "Bro, come out with me. I got some girls out there." And in my brain, I want to go out, but ever since I became a dad, I'm a dad. Like
I know, man.
I like to kiss my son on the forehead, tuck him.
Man,
he's sleeping.
I used to go salsa dancing all the time. I was a bachelor for a long time.
Right,
28.
And when I go out to these scenarios, I resort to my old way of thinking. Like going out to me is drinking, right? It's hard for me to go out and drink club soda. I'm not at that point in my maturity yet. But I'm at that point because I can drink and I still.
But let me ask you this. When you come out here and we go out, okay, check this out. without you like basically being in control, and you look, I can do it. And if I can do it, I know you can do it. So I want to go out here, and I want us to learn how, like salsa dancing, man. Put our energy into that one because it's exercise. You get to dress up, you get to dance with someone beautiful, sexy, and all that stuff. And you don't gotta be drunk. You ain't gotta be drunk. Maybe we'll get stoned or whatever just to get loose and everything, but you ain't gotta be drunk. You just basically there, you're dancing with, and you don't gotta even sleep with nobody that night. It's just good time. It's just, dancing and they're just flowing. Just enjoying the time, the moment. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely. Yeah. That's a sign of
of
maturity and manhood. I can do that. What I'm saying is, like, when I initially go out, I refuse it because I'm like, okay, I still know my triggers, and part of being a recover, whatever the fuck, just on top of your shit is knowing like what your triggers are. If I drink too much at the crib on a podcast, I'm not in coke mode, but there's something about when I get out around the women, the music, I'm drinking, like I lose inhibition. And then I'm thinking about cocaine, and then I'm thinking about taking home some pussy.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
And for me,
those are the demons.
But that's what a club is for in general. And now if we're going there on business, now I got a brand, I got something to
see.
promote.
That's why for me, I'm always, wherever I go, it's always business, because exactly what you said right there.
Well, see now,
if I don't, then I'm gonna go
you're gonna
the
lose.
way you're thinking.
Right now, see,
and that's why when I go and when we did all that stuff during the Blind Dog days, man, you think what, you can't tell me, oh yeah, I didn't have temptation. Man, I'm as tempted as everybody. Trust me, it's like temptation is the same for everybody. It's not like, it's a matter of basically you knowing how to make a decision and sticking to that decision. You feel me? And when you do that, you've empowered the universe, bro.
Well, see, and back then I didn't have that per se. Like we were doing, but I didn't have that wherewithal. Now I got this mission to go out, and not just that. Like I don't want to be the podcaster to where I'm now, because no matter how big or small we are, it's just like when I went to my massage therapy school, or you're doing any profession, that they tell you, even though you're off the clock, you're representing all massage therapists, or you're representing, you're a doctor. You can't get too loose. What if motherfuckers start choking on his chicken? You got to jump out of your, it's 8 o'clock at night. You got to go into doctor mode and save this motherfucker. So I'm kind of aware of that too, as far as, hey, I'm not going to do nothing outlandish or make myself look bad or burn a bridge.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah,
I mean, there's so much. There's so many things to take advantage of. I'm just looking around Reno, and I'm going, you know what? Okay, I know this whole recession is the market's gonna crash and everything. I'm gonna maneuver this living here, because I'll be damned if I'm gonna come out this place like the way I came out of Hawaii. And I take the whole thing with the Hawaii, man. Okay, I take that in the chin. It was me. It was me. It wasn't. I don't blame anybody. It was me. I wasn't feeling it there, but it's not Hawaii. It's me, and I gotta live with that, bro. But I can't have that as a repetitive thing. And so now I have an opportunity to come back here in Reno, like you're saying, you're coming back here. But this time we're different. We've grown. We've learned self-control.
Yeah.
We're kings now. I'm not gonna let anybody, any one of you, try to control me and how I'm gonna think. I run it my way. You either follow me, or you step aside, because I don't really need you. That's how.
And like I told you before, like even as far as the rappers and some of the people that we surround ourselves with, shout out to CA, like, and raise my dog. But like, there's even certain, I'm not gonna even be going out there. I want to do a lot of music and stuff. I like the musicians more than the actors and stuff as far as interviewing, but there's gonna come a point where sorry, I'm trying to get this on screen. Um, there's gonna come a point where I'm already there where I'm limited myself as far as like the gang, the goddamn. I don't really care about the fucking the Reno trap rapper who's like got 10 bodies, and this whole just it's so negative. Hip hop,
Bro,
so
we're a media company now. We're a media company, man. We can make little shorts like the people there. That's why I want to get a comedy club. Because when we have comedy clubs, we find real talent, and then UNR. I can get locked on UNR in the drama department and take advantage of that. We can make little short movies, like 20-minute short films. And then we'll just find talent and everything where we'll actually gonna do the music score, everything. We're gonna Spike Lee everything because we can do that, and we got a more powerful platform than anything out there. But I want to use this small little city, this big little city, talent here because it's such a, I don't know, there's such a good energy over here. And I'm saying that being here the second time around. So when I came to Reno, I was a wealthy man. When I left Reno and came back I'm broke, man. But I'm not a down man. I just took all that stuff as a lesson, and now I'm ready to pick it up. And I'm finding the little nuggets of success, which people already know. It's nothing new. Consistency, and you gotta roll with the right network. That's all. Remember that your time is more valuable than money. You could always make money, but you can't take time back.
can't take time back. No more wasting time scratching your butt crack. Surround yourself with people that can get you to the upper level and the upper echelon. It's another level that we on. It's the Teflon Dawn. I'm sitting here speaking on some of these subjects and interests. But guess what? Check out my business. The LLC is where I be. Thursday night, I'm flowing so free, doing what I want, and I'm home, just living life. And I want a bone, but still trying to get it back. And I will not kill the next man trying to level run it back, man. We just coming through with the freestyle flow. I'm gonna pour up another shot because I know that we on to something. People tapping in and we bombing, never that. Keep it real and swear. Right-handed guy giving me a here. Something. I just had to get that off. We fucking moving and grooving. Kicking ass up over here.
You got
man.
me moving and grooving. I was doing.
And we doing. Shout out to Alonzo. He says, get me on. He said, I don't know, chat. I don't know, chat. Should we bring my man? Now he's not a podcaster.
Alonzo, bro.
He's not a podcaster by any means, but he's my
Lonzo
dog.
always get a free pass, man.
He gets the free pass.
Lonzo always gets a free pass. Remember that. Whatever event we got, is Lonzo here? Boom. But you know why? Because our people gonna love Lonzo more. They're gonna love us. Okay, so bring that brother on.
And he wants to come on. He's a huge sports fanatic. He's supposed to be my sports guy. But he wants to talk about the LeBron James breaking the scoring record and everything, and we're definitely going to talk about some Jordan. So let's let me we'll get Alonzo on here in a moment. This is a lit show.
Lonzo.
And he was the
Lonzo.
Yes, no, Alonzo's the man. But let's don't forget about DJ Steady Guy Down. He was the main guest of the night. He was the TNR. He was the entree. If I can explain, Harris is drinking again, man. It's like a local pub. Come in, pour up a drink, spark a dub. As long as you tip your bartender, you could be a fucking winner. We ain't gonna make fun of you. And if we do, it's just who we are. We be talking so freely, sparking the green leaf. Harris is drinking, you know what I mean. I'm always trying to come up with the damn money scheme. even though they don't work. I'm the guy in my family that hopefully don't have to go to work for the next 10 years. But they only see me drinking beers. But behind the scenes, I'm coming up with business streams. Know what I mean? Go check out Harry Too Scary up on Spotify too. You know, I got a couple projects. Fuck being a rapper. I'm a podcaster. Best of both worlds, baby. Cause I ain't trying to sell no shows, but I still got dope flows. And I can edit them out, you know. Shout out. I do have a couple.
It was good.
I do have a couple of musical guests coming back on because we, you know, Big Freeze was our last artist, and I might send Big Freeze over to Beeline Web Show. So shout out to Big Freeze. You're gonna be getting an email from me soon, man. I'm gonna try to send you over to Beeline because he's trying to get some more artists, and I think we're gonna do it like that.
Yeah, comedy and music, put it together. Comedy and music put together makes into a nice short film. From a short film, maybe it's a full film. I don't know. Maybe it's a Netflix series. I don't know.
What is Alonzo's?
I just want to find some talent out there. Sure.
A lot of talent to be heard.
Because no matter what, man, cinematics ain't never leaving. It's gonna be here to stay. It's just a matter of what you're trying to, you know.
Hide a podcast link. All right, we got Alonzo coming on here in a moment. You know, Alonzo in the building. Yeah, we're gonna break down. You know, me and Steady went in on the LeBron James passing the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scoring record.
I heard that.
I remember, and Alonzo, so this is dope actually. Tap in. You got the link, Alonzo. I was watching the game. It was me, Jake, Alonzo's cousin, Fernie, and Mikey, and we were all watching the LeBron's rookie game together where he scored 25 against the Sacramento Kings. And to know that was 20 years ago, sometime this year, and to see LeBron like that whole thing, it's actually pretty incredible, man, when you really break it down. Even though I'm not a huge sports aficionado these days, bro, like I don't give a fuck about the teams anymore.
Yeah, he broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record.
Just that, right? When you see feats of greatness in your lifetime. Shout out to Mayweather's 50-0, 51-0. Like,
yeah, man.
All you want, but the man.
It's discipline, yo. Discipline. All these men are highly disciplined, dog. That's why they're so successful, man. They're so disciplined. Like Mayweather, he don't smoke, he don't drink. You know, and don't let the whole just he can't read. So fuck what doesn't read. He'll find somebody to read for him. But he's good with numbers, man. He's brilliant in numbers. He's a genius when it comes to that. That's why he's wealthy.
Hey, thank you, CA. You have a good night as well. I believe we'll be seeing you up on Beeline Show on Valentine's Day. That's going to be a great one. We're going. So yeah, go to YouTube and Beeline Entertainment. He's gonna do. Every holiday we're gonna do these things. I started it with the Thanksgiving. Beeline did New Year's. Beeline's gonna take over Valentine's Day. We worked that out today. I don't want to, you know, I got enough stuff going on in the back end where I'm really trying to go on cruise control for the next few weeks, and I'll leave it at that. But I might do a St. Patty's. We might do an April Fool. You know, just the bullshit. What's the word? What's the religious word? Somatic, celestial. What's the? Secular. The secular. You know, I kind of want to toy with it. You know, the secular stuff, and almost to mock it. Like my thought about the Valentine's Day rant was to mock, you know, fucking Valentine.
What does Valentine really mean?
Man, that's the
You
thing.
know?
The St. Valentine's Day massacre and all that, and there's always a sinister.
Oh, massacre! Wow, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, no, the St. Valentine, bro. That was when let me look it up right now. That was when old boy out of Chicago, bro. He killed like hella people. St. Valentine's Day massacre, man. Yeah, but even beyond that, I think it's a more evil type shit.
Like, was he killing couples or something, or he just random people on Valentine's Day?
Check this out. The St. Valentine's Day massacre was the murder of 7 members and associates of Chicago's North Side gang that occurred on St. Valentine's Day, 1929. The men were gathered at a Lincoln Park, Chicago garage in the morning. They were lined up against a wall and shot by 4 unknown assailants who dressed as police officers. The murders resulted from the competition for control of organized crime in the city during Prohibition era. And they was headed by George Bugs Moran, Al Capone, and a few others. But that's not the beginning of like Valentine's Day. That's just a pop that happened on Valentine's and everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want to do a little playful bullshit for different holidays and just have a pod bash like every 2 or 3 months, man. We have 6, 7, 8 different podcasters, content creators,
Right.
and this month it's on this person's channel, next month it's on this person, and we all just host a fucking marathon every couple of months. That's pretty much
Right.
it's so amazing, man, because that's what it's turning into, man. Again,
That's
Beeline will be back on in a couple weeks on our show, and it's amazing, man, to see the growth and to see everybody's ideas percolating and coming together. And what about this and what about that? Fucking epic.
yeah, man. It's you can feel the growth.
Yeah, you can see the growth.
And see the growth.
You
Yeah.
can see it. Like I was telling Steady, between the first time he came on until now, his YouTube channel has grown 20, 25, 30 subscribers. Beeline 50, 60 subscribers between the first time we linked up and when he'll be back on, and the sponsors, the ads, and we're all like, really, the thing I like about this podcast stuff over the music is we're still in competition with each other, and we might be, and we're not even secretly. Like Beeline today was telling me some stuff about my channel that he's peeping. I like the way you do that. I like the way you do this, and I'm telling him now. But I see what you're doing over there with so and so, and so I'm peeping. But it's not like hip hop to where we're not beefing with each other. This is a network of creators, and it's a love. It's a circle of minds. The hip hop shit is like fuck you, fuck your bitch, all that basic low vibration.
Because they realize that's what sells, and which is like, yeah, that's what lost its flavor, because that's the label, and that's the label that controls that,
Yeah, that's why I like this safe. Safe. It's like everyone.
But plus too is it's like you guys learn from each other judgment and everything. It's like you learn. We're in a game that's really, think about it. It's very fresh right now. It's been around, yeah, but it's still fresh. You feel me? I mean, we're becoming the new entertainment of the world. And we have more control of it because we can put it on reels, we can put it on shorts, we can put it on story, we can put it on our whatever. We can send it to whoever we want. Like to have a media company today and having what's in front of us, it's unreal, dude. You got so much like ability to use what's in front of you on the phone. Wow.
Yeah. Let me I pulled up this. There's a whole bunch of sources, but I pulled up the pioneerwomen.com. And it says, what's the real story behind Valentine's Day? And it says, Valentine's Day wasn't always all cherubs and hearts. As you probably know, the day is named after Saint Valentine. But our story starts long before he came along. According to both the New York Times and History.com, the holiday's origin...
Who the fuck is Saint Valentine, though? Well, anyways, go ahead. Keep going.
We're gonna get to know him tonight. And it says the holiday origin might stem from the ancient pagan festival of Luper Lupercalia or some shit, which predated Christianity. Similar to the modern St. Valentine's Day holiday, the Roman festival was celebrated in the middle of February and involved feasting and pairing off partners. However, unlike St. Valentine's Day, it was a bit of raucous celebration filled with debauchery, blood, and sacrifice. For example,
it became from an orgy to wife swapping to sacrifice. Why can't we just stop it at why don't we just end it at wife swapping? I mean, I know it's not right, but
it says, for example, it was tradition for the hide of a sacrificed goat to be cut into strips and dipped in blood. Then the priests would go around slapping women with the strips. The practice was supposedly welcomed, as it was believed to make the women more fertile in the coming year. So you still have a red association with the holiday, but definitely not the one we're used to today.
People so horny, man.
I'm gonna slap my wife with a bloody goat strip.
Just so horny. People just so horny.
They turned away from their beliefs, blah blah. Who is Saint Valentine? The identity of Saint Valentine is also up for debate. According to NPR, Emperor Claudius II of Rome executed two different men named Valentine on February 14th in 2 different years. During the 3rd century, one account of Saint Valentine says that he was a priest who was arrested for defying a Roman decree that forbade soldiers from marrying. He was executed for the crime of continuing to wed lovers in secret. Another story contends that it was all to do with an imprisoned priest who fell in love with one of his visitors and began writing letters to her. According to History.com, not HarrisDrinkingAgain.com. According to History.com, the priest supposedly sent the woman a letter before his execution that he signed off, "From your Valentine." Both of these stories have romantic undertones and cannot officially be verified. All we can say is that Valentine's Day was named for a martyred Saint Valentine.
Because a priest fell in love with a woman, and back then, supposedly you're not supposed to fall in love with a woman. Abstinence, man. Come on. See, that don't even make sense, though. But I can understand. That's what the secular is.
Okay, yeah. And so, yeah, even NPR.com, the dark origins of Valentine's Day. Says Roman celebrations were violent. They celebrated sacrificed goats, dogs, then whipped women with the hides of animals they had just slain. They were drunk. They were naked. Young women would line up for the men to hit them. Linsky said they believed this would make them fertile. So this is a couple sources. Wow. And then it says young men drew the names of women from a jar. The couple would then be coupled up for the duration of the festival or longer, with or without the women's regards, if the match was right. The ancient Romans may also be responsible for the name of our modern day love. Interesting. So it's all evil, man. All these holidays are fucking weird. You know,
right. People will just do anything. You know, people will just use any excuse to just fuck each other, man. We just like to fuck each other. You know, when it comes to fucking, we got no choice. We you know, we like to fuck. That's human nature. Wow. But to kill somebody for some fucking? I mean, I wanna fuck, but I gotta kill.
I don't know.
It's
I don't
just
know.
a boundary.
It's interesting to me, and honestly, you're not. I just reread the YouTube, the new thing. You actually can't. Well, we can say anything we want, but they don't like the 4-letter R word that rhymes with scrape. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say ravish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say ravish instead of the four-letter
Yeah.
R word. So anyway, you know, but it interests me, like when even in prison and settings, like when we talk about like, oh, you know, I don't want to go to prison because they're gonna try to fuck me. I'm always amazed because as a man, let's get deep again into our physical manhood. It's okay. Getting an erection, although it's easy, it's not always easy, and you gotta be mentally. I mean, I get boners throughout the day. Just sometimes I just hug and like smell my girl, and I'm just fucking dick hard, and throughout the day. But there's other settings.
Random.
There's other settings.
Erection is random.
Yeah, it's random, but it can also just be whatever. But what gets me is how men. Because look, man, for me, like, okay, in my situations that I've been in, I'm a brother, knows whatever. But I don't even want a woman giving me head if you don't actually like to give head. Like if I sense any sort of uncomfortableness, I'm not comfortable. So I never understood how, like, I can go to prison, like, and then this dude, I'm over here screaming for my life, no help, bloody and shit, all beat up.
I'm sorry. There's some women that don't know how to give good head. I'm sorry, man. It's not, and there are those who are just an expert at it. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. But the general sense of like, how do you remain hard when your your victim is in a state of duress and torment and hurt? Like that's the sicko shit to be like okay, like I don't understand how women could be ravished and like by this creepy man in the bush, because like, bro, you get hard off of the fear. Like I'm over there, like I need the.
I get hard from the titties bouncing and the hard nipples getting hard and all that stuff. I get hard. I'm basic, dude.
Okay, but is it? But is it? See, but if you say that, right, like you see the mind of a ravisher, a raper, whatever, fucking rapist.
Okay, ravisher. Okay, you got it. Yeah, you don't need that. Yeah.
Okay,
the
fine.
Mind of a ravisher. Yeah, it's a different. It's.
I'm sorry, YouTube. The mind of a ravisher. But how do you correlate? Because titties bouncing and this, like, a normal guy we want the woman to be bouncing because she's enjoying us and she's into us.
Yeah, right.
How do you get off of like? How does I'm just fascinated about it. Like, how the fuck does your dick stay hard when you're trying to insert somebody that does not want to be inserted, bro? I'm gonna be like this, because in my spirit I know I'm fucked up in the wrong, and then at the same time, like, I'm worried about being caught or something. Like, it fascinates me how these sickos, like, how do you get raped? I couldn't do it, man. I was like, this woman's yelling and fucking.
Some men probably because that's the only way they can ever get cooches to do that, or or there's a certain anger there, like some frustration that you have to do that instead of like making their like be, because I completely feel you, man. But let's talk about women for a second, man.
Let's talk about women.
I mean, just the sense.
That's what I'm saying, man.
They have this smell that you just, and then the way their skin feels, like women are just beautiful, man.
Yeah, man, soft. Goddamn soft.
Soft, and then oh man, and then when and then their lips and your lip, and that gets me on break. Call me simple, man, but I like being simple because it's simple. Your dick just get hard.
Very
And
simple.
that's how I manage to maintain it.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I couldn't be, and I'll be honest again, when I was younger, there was moments in my early 20s where I had a problem with my dick getting hard, right? Now, coming off of, I had to do research on this. I talked to people, I looked into it. I was on medication heavily for a lot of years, and a lot of people I talked to, my body was working itself back, right? There's that factor. There was watching the porn factor. And then there was just a confidence factor. So there was moments in my between 18 and 21. Because when I was 22, man, I feel like 22 years of age, I truly accepted myself. I stopped thinking about how big my dick is. I stopped giving a fuck. I knew, okay, this is a woman, this is how I approach her, this is how I can please her, yada, yada, yada. And it went on from there. And I've really gained confidence in that realm. But that early period, right, there was a couple moments, and I had to do some research in my head, and I'm thinking, like, why? I want this, right? I'm putting myself out here. I'm going out. I was young, I'm Nevada boy, envy with the brain. I was popping back then. I was popping, goddamn. I was a small town celebrity, if you will. And so I had some stuff, right? But you can't be this big bad rapper and your dick don't work, because then the groupies are gonna go out there and say, I tried to fuck Nevada boy and his dick was soft. Ooh, that's a bad look for a rapper. You don't want that on your conscience. You don't want that. But it happens.
Isn't that funny how it worked that way, though?
But it's
almost like a safety net.
Like sometimes it is now. Sometimes it is now. See, I didn't understand that until later. But in this moment, right? This was what I was experiencing in this moment that I'm thinking of.
Why is this even happening? I'm still too young.
Yes. But see, what I was realizing now is that it's completely mental, for one. And
100%.
And there was this hurdle I had to get over. The excitement was, and you know what would suck was during the foreplay. Like, I'd be on brick on the couch, kissing, whole prelude,
ready
right?
to
Once
thrust.
the TV's off, boom, and then God forbid you're fucking with the girl that has a roommate, and you got to perform while other people are listening in the other room. See, these are all aspects that men, we got to take into consideration. Like, all this, fucking you, bitch. Slow down, player. There's a lot of factors that you can do that. But I didn't know all those tangibles, right? When I was growing up. Now I'm 35. I got a pretty good, I know how to act and correlate, and I know different stuff to where I could perform with other people in the room, whatever. But it's not even about, because back in the day, I had to let them hear it, right? You gotta let them hear it. They have to know I'm in here beating cheeks. When you get older, especially even with a woman that you love, the greatest sex sometimes is silent. Sometimes it's like there's so much going on.
She just got a cream, man. When she comes, it's like no matter what, it's like you know how it is when you, and that's what that's why I learned to master. But I'm gonna tell you a story. I remember in college, right? I was going out with this fine. She's like from Hong Kong, like a model and stuff. Man, beautiful body, banging and everything. Pretty face, everything. And she was my tutor. She was my math tutor, right? And everything was good. She loved to fuck. But man, her breath though. She would breathe and I would smell. And man, I'm like, I was hitting it, but it like I couldn't. I'm sensitive like that, dog.
Yeah.
I'm very sensitive like that, man. Maybe to some guy I don't care, but I do.
No,
Even
that
the smell of the cooch, if it don't smell right over there, down there, because I'm not gonna lie, man. When you see, there's something about like eating a cooch, man. Like as a guy, you gotta master that shit.
cunnilingus for the masters. The correct term is cunning.
Cause it's such a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? If you know the spots, it's like I related to like dancing, partner dancing.
So, yeah. No, the art of cunnilingus. That's a great book. Also, yeah, no, it's real. It's real. That whole thing, man. But isn't it cool? Like when you were growing up, did you have some of those, those same things? Just as a young man, when you're like,
absolutely.
You
I think any man got to go through that,
right? But the only
because
thing,
every phase we have a humbling phase. There's a minute where like you're high and you think you're there, but it don't stay there.
yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm finding out too, and of course my son, I'm like, okay, I know how to navigate though. Like I don't want to push it, but of course I'm going to get there. But I can't wait until he's a teenager, bro. Because I truly feel like I'm going to be a dope ass older man. My best years are yet to come. Like I'm a big ass baby, whatever. Like I'm learning late in life, but I feel like I'm getting better, and I feel like I'm gonna know how to navigate him through some stuff. Like it's hey son, I got this, bro. Oh, yeah, you worried about when he comes to me, he said, Daddy, I don't know, my dick was harder than this girl.
Nah, he gonna figure it out.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be that dad with like.
Yeah, like my son right now, my oldest son Trent, man, he was with his lady for like I don't know, 8 years or something like that, right? And he's 26 now, and they kind of broken up. So he's over there playing the field again, and I shout out to him, man. You know what? That's good. Because I think a man, no matter what, you gotta think like a prize fighter, man. You always gotta be in shape. You gotta be always in tip top. You always gotta be ready. You're always on a 10 hut. Because it's fun that way. Because that's what men are. But when we sleep hard. But as men, we're like of action. What's going on? What's next? Let's do this. Boom. But when you sleep hard, man. And and that's why I want men to go back into dressing up again, combing their hair, really take care of themselves, man. Be more chivalrous. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna, and I believe like this kind of show right here, it's like we're gonna be an inspiration to a lot of men out there. You know what I'm saying? Because we're able to talk about some of the deepest shit that most men don't even probably want to talk about. They're ashamed of that. Yeah. But we bring it out. You bring it out to them, transparent as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
As like I be saying some stuff over here. So I was like, and I don't care so much that it's almost like, man, you can know every damn thing, because when I get off this show, I'm like, I know I said something, but I'm like, cool, it's out there. All right. Like, it was real. There's real feeling, whether it's an embarrassing or whether it's like whatever, drugs, sex, man, all that stuff is so meaningless once as I'm growing. It's just every day I'm starting to understand, like, oh wow, I was tripping off that. Okay.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, wait, I wasted my time like worrying about that. What?
Yeah, when we were over here talking about all these other extravagant things, and then I'm like, okay, so I had to go through that. See, if I didn't have one of those moments, say like with erectile dysfunction or some shit, right, at a young age, I wouldn't have. Maybe a lot of men may be dealing with that. Maybe some man 30 years old been out here beating cheeks for 10 years, and then he run into that, and it's the end of his world, right? He's embarrassed. He can't. Oh my God. Oh, I don't know what to do. It's like, bro, it's nothing. You know what I mean? Or like, I don't know. There's just levels to this stuff. That's what's cool about age, man.
Can I share some not, I'm not gonna say word for word, but some biblical facts about our male organ? It says any muscle in your body, you can overdo it, and it will grow, and it will just build, and it will define. But your organ, the least you use it, the more potent you'll be. So think about that. The less you use it, the more potent you'll be. And you're like, oh, what does that mean? You know, it boils down to self-discipline, dog. What are you willing to fast to have a more? Because this life you have right now, when you're young, you have all the energy. Enjoy it. Because there's gonna come a time when you're gonna be hitting the wall, and you'll say, "Fuck, I shouldn't have."
Yeah.
Because I'm at that age.
Right.
I'm like, fuck. You know, and I got people my age, you know, and that's like after a while, like, damn, at my age, all I talk about is freaking like ailments and shit. I don't want to live like that.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for your ass to come over here, man. And that's why I love having Beanie Bones, Scoob, you, the youngins come over here, because I get a different kind of conversation. I get to forget about my, you know, because I don't feel it. I'm 55, but I feel like I'm in my 40s, man. It's like, you know? And now you're coming over here. And I just want to help people, bro. That's my drive, dog. I really just want to help. I want to help people. I want to, you know, always see people's potential. That's my addiction. That's why I do what I do. Like, you know, I'm not a psychologist, a psychiatrist. I'm not trying to talk like that. I'm not. All I want to do is, like, you know, what's your dream? Okay, how can I help you live your dream? What do I have in my arsenal that's going to benefit you? It's also going to benefit me. And I get to see you achieve your dream, because your dream is probably like a part of my dream. You know what I'm saying?
Smoke break.
Yeah, I gotta do that on the other side.
Man, it's gonna be dope here in a little bit when we just get together and we do our thing. I want to let the audience know, when I do touch down to Reno, whatever that is, the first thing, our first introduction, I'm gonna be walking up wherever we meet. Hey, just come over here.
I don't even want to think about it, man. You know what?
I'm gonna have
because it's gonna be so.
Bro, I'm gonna have my camera out as you pull up. Like, we're gonna vlog the whole shit, but I'm gonna make sure tonight to where we getting straight into the mix. Like, I got the shit set up. Let's go straight into podcast mode, and we're gonna make hella content. But it's gonna be the first time, like, two friends seeing each other in over a decade and a half physically, and it's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be the start of something.
On our show, they be the Reno show, man. It's like put Reno, like make noise up in here.
Yeah,
ideas over ideas over ideas.
It's gonna crack. It's gonna crack, man. I'm just buying my time, bro.
Man, comedy, UFC, MMA fighting, martial arts school, 3-on-3 basketball, talent show, you know, a multimedia community center. Like, man, it's I want to just basically all the talent to come through.
Yeah.
Wherever you're gonna go, you got to come through Reno first. This is where we provide you everything that you need to know and prepare you. I know how to make this into a business, man, and protect the artists. And protect the artists with a proper policy, so that way, if anything happens to them, boom, you're protected, man. It all depends on how much you put into there. You know what I mean? I want to do it opposite. Whatever the labels were doing, and I know what the labels were doing, they were basically, not giving the artists, what's gonna happen here is that we are gonna have some artists, I believe. This is what I kind of like. I'm guessing that are gonna know they're gonna know what to do. They'll know how to handle their masters. They know how to do all that. And then there are those that are gonna be like, I just want to perform. I don't know nothing about that, and I want to be able for us to be able to manage that, but the right way. Like my vision is always like, okay, so whoever is next of kin, whether it's your child or whatever, your grandmother or your aunt, whatever, your brother, your sister, whatever, your neighbor, whatever, I want you, if anything happens to you, I want them to basically, that's what I want to have artists like create a business. I know it's happening now, but I want to do it. You know what? I really don't know how it's going to be, but I know whatever it is going to be good. Whatever it is. And that's why, my dream is to basically maybe do some 20-minute shorts about a story, to where we get to tell a story in 20 minutes time, what it's about, and at the end it has a moral to it. But what's going to draw them is the fact of that, the soundtrack, it's not from anybody, it's coming from us. It's our track. It's the people that come through our network that made this track, the soundtrack for this little 20 minutes short. Because 20 minutes in the future, to a lot of people today, that's like an hour and a half movie. But the attention span is getting so small, so short. A 20-minute movie told. And plus, not only that, too, 20 minutes is easy because you got 20 minutes to put on the tightest soundtrack. 20 minutes. How would you break your soundtrack every what? Every 10 minutes? You know what I'm saying? A 20-minute, a story from beginning to end in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it could be done. I mean, there's a lot of short films. I know ASAP Rocky put out a cool music video with Dapper Dan within the last couple of years, and it was like a 7-minute or 9-minute music video.
Wow.
But it was basically a mini movie. He marketed it as a mini movie video. It was 9 minutes, and it had a fucking, like you said, a beginning, a middle, and end. The antagonist, the whole nine. Like, it was about fashion and I have to pull it up, but it was like it was something like ASAP Rocky was like a bum or something, and then Dapper Dan comes in the picture, and then he at the end of the video he's this made man, like suited and booted. It was pretty dope.
See,
so it can be done.
Yeah, no, it just stuff like that is just something for people to watch. You know what I mean? Just something for people to watch. I mean,
see if I can pull it up.
Are they all gonna be good? I don't know. But I just want good stories. That's all. Rags to riches always works. Rags to riches. I like Rags to Riches movie. I like movies that how do they overcome?
See if I can even pull it up. Oh yeah, I guess it's apparently right now it's a AT&T. Hold on. Oh, this is fire. This is fire. Hopefully we don't get in trouble for this. And then I probably got another good 20, 30. I'm getting a little fidgety over here, but we'll going in on the 3-hour mark. Thank you to everybody that's tapping in tonight. 55th episode.
55th, like my age, 55th. This should be a very special show.
Live in a row. We got probably 70, 80 in the can if you count in the off the cuffs and brother to brothers, but we ain't missing the beat.
No, man. Hey, what happened to Lonzo?
What happened to Lonzo? Where the fuck's he at?
Oh, let me in. He did lock in. No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lonzo, be out there and check your email, motherfucker. But let me go ahead and share my screen here as we close in. This is something that you're talking about. It's called Kings of Style. It's ASAP Rocky, Dapper Dan. This is apparently a 5-minute something. Look at this. No audio because we don't want to get in trouble, but it comes in. ASAP Rocky's like, yo, can I get that? Yo, I got these right here. Hey, check that out, man. Yo, man, check it out, brother. I'll give it to you for $450. Hey, man, $450, man. Hey, yo, I'll give you 2 for $8. 2 for $8, what that mean? It means you be back here tomorrow. You give me the money, I'll give you 2 more. All right, word. All right, brother, I'm telling you, this is the finest leather. For real? Think about it. Let me know. All right, yeah, he starts to see the vision. Boom. I'm telling you. But instead of Dapper Dan, it's Ray G and Harry Too Scary, right? Boom. And then it comes out, right? I'm coming down the steps, Reno, Nevada, 2020. Boom. Brother Ray G right there. Look at him. Look at Brother Ray G. That's me across the street. Yo, I want to be like this brother, man. He's fly. Yeah.
Brother Ray G. That show is me.
The caddy. Look at him. Look at House of the caddy. Oh, that's me strolling. I got the 78 Caprice. Shout out to those
78 Caprice.
Shout out to those who know me when I had the 78 Caprice. And then there's Don Beanie opening up the back, right? Oh, and I got those suits. And then over here, look, hey man, what the fuck Jonah doing, man? He over there talking to a couple of bitches over there, man. Hey Jonah, man, look, man, I got this fur for your show tonight, brother. Yeah, man, the finest fur, man, straight from downtown, man. Blind dog. All right, how much you give it to me for, man? Look, man, I'll give it to you, man, for $1,000. $1,000, man. You know I ain't got my check yet. All right, man, check it out, bro. I'll give you 2 for $1,000, bro. All right, word, brother. I'll catch you tomorrow. Hey, now everyone's jumping. We over at Club Sandwich. We moving. Hey, man, this is my people right here. Hey, Jack. Hey, what the? Hey, that's Brother Ray right there. That's Brother Ray right. Oh shit! Hey, time for you to bust out some kung fu moves.
That's right. All for sure. The kung fu gonna come out.
Homeboy swings on
man.
you.
Hey man, you know what? I'm also doing this because the fact of that I want to become, maybe an example for the older men. You know what I mean? Hey man, just as you're getting old, it don't mean you gotta be out of it. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be that inspiration, man.
Yeah, and look at this. Like, they show the stitching. This could be us, like, showing the process.
For sure.
Now, look, that's what you do in the morning on your Instagram. Like, do your little speech. Boom, get ready. Yeah. Comb your hair. Like teach your men how to get fresh. Like, yo, this is what you do. Boom. Hey, yo, what up? Hey, yo, Harry. Yeah. I'm chilling, dog. Boom. Fast forward, right? Boom. Hop out. Hey, what up, homie? I'm good, man. Chilling, bro.
See, outfit. They don't buy clothes. They have outfits. Gotta be an outfit, bro. Outfit. A hat, a jacket with the shoes with a matching belt. a hat with something good inside.
Boom.
See, style.
Shout out to motherfucking Rather Unique Style, man. Go follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, rather unique, man. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Like I can see like Andre, like us doing the video and him just, and playing the music and his clothes be changing, stuff like that. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, and he has what you call it, mannequins and shit set up in his crib and fucking he doing that whole thing.
See, when I used to read a lot of GQ magazine when I was young. I started like maybe when I was 14 years old because I was really into clothes. Because that's how come I learned how to sew. Hold on, let me just get my hot water here. But anyways, so I learned how to sew, and plus too because a man with like an average smaller stature. Everything I wore, it had to be altered, or else it's gonna be too big for me, and then I'm gonna look like an idiot, And Brother Ray G ain't about that, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't be looking like an idiot, man. So it'd be cracking me up, man. Some guys think they be styling. No, you gotta know the proportions of your suit, man. You gotta know how much the sleeve should come out to where the sleeve can show. You gotta see what's on the neckline. If the shirt is showing, the lapel has to be clean. You feel me? It's a lot more to a suit than just wearing a jacket, dude. Hot water with green tea.
Fire. Yeah, man, that's what's up.
But you know what though? I see you, man. 55 years old, you're still gonna be looking good, man.
Oh, what I was gonna say was my son told me today. He said, just random shit. A 7-year-old, he'd be like, and he's really into math right now. He's fucking killing this dude. I'm so proud of him. Really? So I make even riding in the car, going to the store, checking the mail. I tell we did, bro. I did homework with my son over a Wiener Schnitzel coupon. The shit they send you in the mail. I started with $100. I was like, we're gonna do some subtraction. I said, go down this coupon. I said, you start with $100, $6 chili cheese fry with the drink. All this bullshit. And I just subtract. I said, you and your friend walk in at Wiener Schnitzel. Daddy gives you $100. Take away the $6. Okay, boom. Your friend orders this. Now you order this. How much do you got left? And he does it. So little things like that. But anyway, he tells me the other day.
That's good, man. That's good.
It's dope. It's dope.
Good. Like, and you're having him hold the money.
Well,
good. Because that's good because you want them to be familiar with money. Yeah. You don't want them to be afraid of money.
Oh no.
That's good.
I let him paying all sorts of shit, but he's like, Daddy, how old are you gonna be when I'm 20? And I'm like, well, I'll figure it out. I said, that's 13 years. I said, you're 7. I'm 35. I said, 48. I'm like, yep. And he's like, that's good because he's. And I told him, I said, so you're still. So I said, you're thinking.
Wait, he said 48 that fast?
Yeah,
48.
Took him like a couple seconds after I said, well, think
That's
about
good, my boy.
But he said, yeah, I don't want you to be too old where you can't run. And I said, wow. So I said, so you're already thinking about when you're like kind of a grown man and you still want to hang out with dad? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, that's dope. I said, bro, sounds crazy, but I'm going to be better at 48 than I am now.
Hell yeah.
I said, we going to run. We going to work out.
Yeah.
All that shit. I said, I said, I'm going to have my energy, man.
No, I'm going to start running again. And I want to get me a bike. It's basically the secret to a good heart, bro, is you just got to keep moving the legs, dude. The secret to like really like the best way to just keep your stomach flat. And then, because I noticed like when I go like 6 laps, which is a lap is a mile. So I go 6 miles on Sundays. And I noticed that a lot of my strain is on my ass. So a lot of my muscle is back there. and I'm looking back now, I'm going, no wonder I was a fast runner. Because, because I got my glutes. It just, and so I never had that, running, juking, and then fast, just foot race. I was always been comfortable with that, So, and I know why now I'm older, I'm going, because my strain is all on my ass. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's been dope, man. It's every day is a good vibe, a good moment with my kids.
Nah, especially when you come over here, man. I mean, it's like come over here, man. You'll be my motivation, man. Like we're gonna start eating well, like maybe going for walks and.
So before the show, I went to we go to the driving range, go hit some balls, teach them how to swing and everything, and it's good, man. So we're gonna do a lot of stuff. Holler at you on the back end, and
yeah, man.
Like when I get over there. I got a little fun budget because I'm chilling, whatever. We're just gonna go hang out, man. I want to go out to the driving range. Let's go hit some balls. You know what I'm saying, and just have a good time, man. Go hang out and fucking do all the stuff that we've been missing out on.
Yeah, and it'll be great because the weather is starting to clear out and everything.
Yeah, man. Springtime.
Yeah. Springtime.
But yeah, man. I'm gonna wrap up over here.
All right, man.
Get my night on the road. Another Thursday night in the books. I don't even know. Hey, man, it's been great. Good engagement once again. Shout out, buddy.
So here it is. I'm leaving. Sayonara.
We will see Brother Ray G again next week. Not missing the beat. Episode motherfucking 056. Salute, salute, salute. Another 3-hour show in the books. It's Rants, of course. We'll see y'all next week. Like I said, episode 56. Hopefully every week it's getting doper and doper on the motherfucking Harry's Drinking Again podcast. I'm your boy Harry Too Scary, aka Mr. Harris. It's been wonderful. Shout out to DJ Steady for coming through, making it happen in the building. Go subscribe to his channel, and we got a lot of stuff coming in the works. Unhappy Hour. Stay tuned. We out.